Let's see. And then recording in progress, and I believe we're live. Hi, I'm Paul Sugarman with the Instant Shakespeare Company, and today we are reading the play of Sir Thomas More, which is believed to be partially by Shakespeare and others, including, a whole bunch of people, Anthony Munday, Henry Chettle, and others. And Shakespeare is chiefly, they think that he wrote at least the big scene where Thomas More quells the riot, and then another soliloquy of him. But some people think he may have written more of it as well. So I'll be reading The Messenger, and we have a small cast today doing many roles. And so let's start with, let's just introduce and we'll get started. And we have a few more people who will be joining us later. Jennifer Finger, hopefully Michael Gardner and Eleanor Foreman. And but let me introduce who's here. Andrew.
Hi, my name is Andrew Parks. I'm going to be playing Lincoln and 15 other characters.
Okay, and Angus.
Hi, Angus Hepburn from London. And as with Andrew, I'm playing a cast of thousands. I will be talking to myself on several occasions, but live with it.
Okay, and Kitty.
Hi, I'm Kitty Chen. I'm reading Dal Williamson and about a dozen other characters.
Okay. And Matt.
Matt Bogan from New Haven, Connecticut, reading Sir Thomas More. Just Sir Thomas More, and as you're about to find out, he's got a lot of lines. So we'll see what other characters I end up playing.
Okay.
Oh, and I'll be doing stage directions throughout as well.
Yes, and hopefully, I mean, suggesting people to cover things. I don't believe, I believe in the very beginning we have Dal Williamson and Bard. I don't know that we have anybody. Did I give
I'm
Bard?
I'm Bard.
Okay, great. All right, so without further ado, here is the play of Sir Thomas More.
Sir Thomas More, Act 1, Scene 1. The scene is set in London in a street. Enter at one end John Lincoln with the two Betseys together. At the other end enter Frances de Bard and Doll, a lusty woman, he hauling her by the arm.
Whither wilt thou haul me?
Whether I please. Thou art my prize, and I plead purchase of thee.
Purchase of me? Away, ye rascal! I'm an honest, plain carpenter's wife, and though I have no beauty to like a husband, yet whatsoever is mine scorns to stoop to a stranger. Hand off then when I bid thee.
Go with me quietly, or I'll compel thee.
Compel me, ye dog's face. Thou thinkst thou hast a goldsmith's wife in hand, whom thou enticed from her husband with all his plate, and when thou turnst her home to him again, madest him like an ass pay for his wife's board.
So will I make thy husband too, if please me.
Enter cavalier with a pair of doves, Williamson the carpenter, and Sherwin following him.
Here he comes himself. Tell him so if thou darest.
Follow me no further, I say thou shalt not have him. Well, I bought him in Cheapside and paid my money for him. Oh, he did, sir, indeed. And you offer him wrong, both to take them from him and not restore him his money neither. If I paid for him, let it suffice that I possess him. Beefs and brews may serve such hinds, or pigeons meat for a coarse carpenter.
It is hard when Englishmen's patience must be thus jetted on by strangers, and they not dare to revenge their own wrongs.
Lincoln, let's beat them down and bear no more of these abuses.
We may not, Betts, be patient and hear more.
How now, husband? What, one stranger takes a food from thee and another thy wife? By Our Lady, flesh and blood, I think, can hardly brook that.
Will this gear never be otherwise? Must these wrongs be thus endured?
Let us step in and help to revenge their injury.
What art thou that talkest of revenge? My lord ambassador shall once more make your mayor have a check if he punished thee for this saucy presumption.
Indeed, my Lord Mayor, on the ambassador's complaint, sent me to Newgate one day because, against my will, I took the wall of a stranger. You may do anything. The goldsmith's wife and mine now must be at your commandment.
More patient fools are ye both to suffer it.
Suffer it. Mend it thou or he if ye can or dare. I tell thee, fellows, an she were the mayor of London's wife, had I her once in my possession, I would keep her in spite of him that durst say nay.
I tell thee, Lombard, these words should cost thy best cape, were I not curbed by duty and obedience. The mayor of London's wife, oh God, should it be thus?
Why, Bats, am I not as dear to my husband as my Lord Mayor's wife to him? And wilt thou so neglectfully suffer thine own shame? Hands off, proud stranger, or by him that bought me. If men's milky hearts dare not strike a stranger, yet women beat them down ere they bear these abuses.
Mistress, I say you shall along with me.
Touch not Doll Williamson, lest she lay thee along on God's dear earth. And you that allow such coarse case to carpenters, whilst pigeons, which they pay for, must serve your dainty appetite, deliver them back to my husband again, or I'll call so many women to mine assistance as will not leave 1 inch untorn of thee. If our husbands must be bridled by law and forced to bear your wrongs, their wives will be a little lawless and soundly beat thee.
Come. Give me. Come away, the bard. Let us go complain to my Lord Ambassador. The bard and cavalier exit.
Aye, go and send him among us, and we'll give him his welcome too. Oh, I am ashamed that free-born Englishmen, having beaten strangers within their own homes, should thus be braved and abused by them at home.
It is not our lack of courage in the cause, but the strict obedience that we are bound to. I am the goldsmith whose wrongs you talked of, and how to redress yours or mine own is a matter beyond our abilities.
Not so, my good friends. I, though a mean man, a broker by profession, and named John Lincoln, have long time to wink at these wild enormities with mighty impatience, and, as these two brethren here, Betts by name, can witness, with loss of mine own life, would gladly remedy them.
And he's in a good forwardness, I tell ye, if it all hit right.
As how, I prithee? Tell it to Doll Williamson.
You know the spittle sermons begin the next week. I have drawn a bill of our wrongs and the stranger's insolences.
Which he means the preachers shall there openly publish in the pulpit.
Oh, but that they would, if faith it would tickle our strangers thoroughly.
Aye, and if you men durst not undertake it, before God we women would. Take an honest woman from her husband? Why, it is intolerable.
But how find ye the preachers affected to our proceeding?
Master Dr. Standish hath answered that it becomes not him to move any such thing in his sermon, and tells us we must move the mayor and aldermen to reform it, and doubts not but happy success will ensue on statement of our wrongs. You shall perceive there's no hurt in the bill. Here's a couple of it. I pray ye hear it.
With all our hearts.
Go, sir, read it.
Read it.
Read it.
To you all, the worshipful lords and masters of this city, that will take compassion over the poor people your neighbors, and also of the great importable hurts, losses, and hindrances, whereof proceedeth extreme poverty to all the king's subjects that inhabit within this city and suburbs of the same. For so it is that aliens and strangers eat the bread from the fatherless children, and take the living from all the artificers, and the intercourse from all the merchants, whereby poverty is so much increased, that every man bewaileth the misery of other. For craftsmen be bought to beggary, and merchants to neediness. Wherefore, the premises considered, the redress must be of the common knit and united to one part. And as the hurt and damage grieveth all men, so must all men see to their willing power for remedy, and not suffer the said aliens in their wealth, and the natural-born men of this region to come to confusion.
Before God, 'tis excellent, and I'll maintain the suit to be honest.
Well, say 'tis read. What is your further meaning in the matter?
Oh, Mary, list to me. No doubt but this will store us with friends enow, whose names we will closely keep in writing. And on May Day next in the morning we'll go forth a-Maying, but make it the worst May Day for the strangers that ever they saw. How say ye? Do ye subscribe, or are ye faint-hearted revolters?
Hold thee, George Best. There's my hand and my heart. By the Lord, I'll make a captain among ye, and do somewhat to be talked of forever after.
My masters, ere we part, let's friendly go and drink together, and swear true secrecy upon our lives.
Our spake an angel. Come, let us along then.
And they exit. Act 1, Scene 2. Again, London, the Sessions House, an arras is drawn, and behind it, as in sessions, sit the Lord Mayor, Justice Shrewsbury, and other justices, Sheriff Moore and the other sheriff sitting by. Smart is the plaintiff, Lifter the prisoner at the bar. There are a recorder and several officers.
Having dispatched our weightier businesses, we may give ear to petty felonies. Master Sheriff Moore, what is this fellow?
My lord, he stands indicted for a purse. He hath been tried, the jury is together.
Who sent him in?
That I did, my lord. He had right. He had been hanged, the only captain of the cut-purse crew.
What is his name?
As his profession is lifter, my lord, one that can lift a purse right cunningly.
Is that he accuses him?
The same, my lord, whom by your honour's leave I must say somewhat too, because I find in some respects he is well worthy blame.
Good Master Justice Shrewsbury, speak your mind. We are well pleased to give you audience.
Hear me, Smart, thou art a foolish fellow. If Lifter be convicted by the law, as I see not how the jury can acquit him, I'll stand to't thou art guilty of his death.
My lord, that's worthy the hearing.
Listen then, good Master Moore.
I tell thee plain, it is a shame for thee with such a sum to tempt necessity. No less than £10, sir, will serve your turn, to carry in your purse about with you, to crack and brag in taverns of your money. I promise you, a man that goes abroad with an intent of truth, meeting such a booty, may be provoked to that he never meant. What makes so many pilferers and felons but such fond baits that foolish people lay to tempt the needy, miserable wretch? £10, odd money. This is a petty sum to bear about, which were more safe at home. For God, 'twere well to fine ye as much more, Lord Mayor, and to the relief of the poor prisoners, to teach ye be more careful of your own. Sooth I say, ye were but rightly served as ye had lost as much as twice £10.
Good my lord, sooth a point or two for once, only to try conclusions in this case.
Content, good Master Moore. We'll rise a while, until the jury can return their verdict, walk in the garden. How say ye, justices?
We like it well, my lord. We'll follow you.
Nay, plaintiff, go you too, and officers. Stand you aside, and leave the prisoner to me a while. Lifter, come hither.
I can do Lifter.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is your worship's pleasure?
Sirrah, you know that you are known to me, and I have often saved ye from this place, since first I came in office. Thou seest beside that Justice Shrewsbury is thy heavy friend, by all the blame that he pretends to Smart for tempting thee with such a sum of money. I'll tell thee what, devise me but a means to pick or cut his person on my credit. As I am a Christian and a man, I will procure thy pardon for thy jest.
Good Master Shreve, seek not my overthrow. You know, sir, I have many friends, and more indictments like to come upon me. You are too deep for me to deal with all. You are known to be one of the wisest men that is in England. I pray you, Master Sheriff, go not about to undermine my life.
Lifter, I am true subject to my king. Thou much mistake me, and for thou shalt not think I mean by this to hurt thy life at all. I will maintain the act when thou hast done it. Thou knowest there are such matters in my hands, as if I pleased to give them to the jury, I should not need this way to circumvent thee. All that I aim at is a merry jest. Perform it, lifter, and expect my best.
I thank your worship. God preserve your life. But Master Justice Shrewsbury is gone in. I know not how to come near where he is.
Let me alone for that. I'll be thy setter. I'll send him hither to thee presently, under the colour of thine own request of private matters to acquaint him with.
If you do so, sir, then let me alone. 40-1, but then his purse is gone.
Well said. But see that thou diminish not one penny of the money, but give it to me. It is the cunning act that credits thee.
I will, good Master Sheriff, I assure ye.
More exits.
I see the purpose of these gentlemen is but to check the folly of the justice, for blaming others in a desperate case wherein himself may fall as soon as any. To save my life, it is a good adventure. Oh, silence there, ho! Now doth the justice enter.
Enter Justice Shrewsbury. Now, sirrah, now, what is your will with me? Wilt thou discharge thy conscience like an honest man? What sayest thou to me, sirrah? Be brief, be brief.
As brief, sir, as I can. If you stand fair, I will be brief anon.
Speak out, and mumble not. What sayest thou, sirrah?
Sir, I am charged, as God shall be my comfort, with more than is true.
Oh, sir, you are indeed with more than's true, for you are flatly charged with felony. You are charged with more than truth, and that is theft. More than a true man should be charged withal. But thou art a varlet, that's no more than true. Trifle not with me, do not, sirrah. Confess but what thou knowest, I ask no more.
There be, sir, there be, if it shall please your worship.
There be, varlet? What be there? Tell me what there be. Come off or on. There be? What be there, knave?
There be, sir, divers very cunning fellows, that while you stand and look them in the face, will have your purse.
Oh, that unhonest knave. Tell me, what are they? Where may they be caught? Aye, those are they I look for.
You talk of me, sir. Alas, I am a puny. There's one indeed goes by my name. He puts down all for purses. He'll steal your worship's purse under your nose.
Art thou so sure, varlet? Well, be as familiar as thou wilt, my knave. 'Tis this I long to know.
And you shall have your longing ere you go. This fellow, sir, perhaps, will meet you thus, or thus, or thus, and in kind compliment pretend acquaintance, somewhat doubtfully. And these embraces serve...
I marry, lifter, wherefore serve they?
Only to feel whether you go full under sail or no, or that your lading be aboard your bark.
In plainer English, lifter, if my purse be stored or no.
You have it, sir?
Excellent, excellent.
Then, sir, you cannot but for manners' sake walk on with him, for he will walk your way, alleging either you have much forgot him, or he mistakes you.
Ah, but in this time he has my purse or not?
Not yet, sir, fie, nor I have not yours.
Lord Mayor,
we must...
so on enter.
But now we must forbear, my lord's return.
Oh, Maranont, lifter will more anon. Aye, thou sayest true, there are shrewd knaves indeed. Ah, but let them gull me, widgeon me, rook me, fop me. Faith, they are too short for me. Knaves and fools meet when purses go. Wise men look to their purses well enough.
Lifter, is it done?
Done, Master Shreve, and there it is.
Then build upon my word, I'll save thy life.
Lift up! Stand to the bar! The jury have returned the guilty. Thou must die, according to the custom. Look to it, Master Shreve. Then, gentlemen, as you are wont to do, because as yet we have no burial place, what charity or meanings to bestow toward burial of the prisoners now condemned, let it be given. There is first for me. And there for me.
And me.
Body of me, my purse is gone.
Gone, sir? What, here? How can that be?
Against all reason, sitting on the bench.
Lifter, I talked with you. Have you not lifted me, huh?
Suspect you me, sir? Oh, what a world is this!
Here, the Master Shrewsbury. Are you sure you had a purse about you?
Sure, Master Shreve, as sure as you are there, and in it £7 odd money on my face.
£7 odd money. What, were you so mad, being a wise man and a magistrate, to trust your purse with such a liberal sum? £7 odd money! For God, it is a shame with such a sum to tempt necessity. I promise you, a man that goes abroad with an intent of truth, meeting such a booty, may be wrought to that he never thought. What makes so many pilferers and felons but these fond baits that foolish people lay to tempt the needy, miserable wretch? Should he be taken now that has your purse? I'll stand to it. You are guilty of his death, for questionless he would be cast by law. 'Twere a good deed to find ye as much more to the relief of the poor prisoners to teach ye to lock your money up at home.
Well, Master Moore, you're a merry man. I find ye, sir, I find ye well enough.
Nay, you shall see, sir, trusting thus your money and lift her here in trial for like cause, but that the poor man is a prisoner, it would be now suspected that he had it. Thus may you see what mischief often comes of the fond carriage of such needless sums.
Believe me, Master Shrewsbury, this is strange. You, being a man so settled in assurance, will fall in that which you condemned in another.
Oh, Master Shrewsbury, there's your purse again, and all your money. Fear nothing of more. Wisdom still keeps the mean and locks the door.
Act 1, Scene 3. London again, a state apartment. Enter the Earls of Shrewsbury and Surrey, Sir Thomas Palmer and Sir Roger Cholmondeley. My Lord of Surrey and Sir Thomas Palmer, might I with patience tempt your grave advice? I tell you true that in these dangerous times I do not like this frowning, vulgar brow. My searching eye did never entertain a more distracted countenance of grief than I have late observed in the displeased commons of the city.
'Tis strange that from his princely clemency, so well a tempered mercy and a grace to all the aliens in this fruitful land, that this high-crested insolence should spring from them that breathe from this majestic bounty, that fattened with the traffic of our country already leaps into his subject's face.
Yet Sherwin, hindered to commence his suit against a bard by the ambassador, by supplication made unto the king, who having first enticed away his wife, and got his plate, near worth £400, to grieve some wrong citizens that found this vile disgrace oft cast into their teeth, of late sued Sherwin, and arrested him for money for the boarding of his wife.
The more knave bard that, using Sherwin's goods, doth ask him interest for the occupation. I like not that, my Lord of Shrewsbury. He's ill bested that lends a well-paced horse unto a man that will not find him meat.
My Lord of Surrey will be pleasant still.
I, being then employed by your honours to stay the broil that fell about the same, whereby the persuasion I enforced the wrongs, and urged the grief of the displeased city, he answered me, and with a solemn oath, that if he had the mayor of London's wife, he would keep her in despite of any English.
'Tis good, Sir Thomas, then for you and me. Your wife is dead, and I a bachelor. If no man can possess his wife alone, I am glad, Sir Thomas Palmer, I have none.
If I take your wife, I shall find her meat.
And reason good, Sir Roger Cholmondeley, too. If these hot Frenchmen easily will have sport, they should in kindness yet defray the charge. 'Tis hard when men possess our wives in quiet, and yet leave us in to discharge their diet.
My lord, our caters shall not use the market for our provision, but some stranger now will take the victuals from him he hath bought. A carpenter, as I was late informed, who having bought a pair of doves in cheap, immediately a Frenchman took them from him, and beat the poor man for resisting him. And when the fellow did complain his wrongs, he was severely punished for his labour.
But if the English blood be once but up, as I perceive their hearts already full, I fear me much before their spleens be cold. Some of these saucy aliens for their pride will pay for it soundly, wheresoe'er it lights. This tide of rage that with the eddy strives, I fear me much, will drown too many lives.
And now, afore God, your honours, pardon me, men of your place and greatness are to blame. I tell you true, my lords, in that his majesty is not informed of this base abuse, and daily wrongs are offered to his subjects. For if he were, I know his gracious wisdom would soon redress it. Enter a messenger. Sirrah, what news? None good, I fear.
My lord, ill news and worse I fear will follow, if speedily it be not looked unto. The city is in an uproar, and the mayor is threatened if he comes out of his house. A number of poor artificers are up in arms and threaten to avenge their wrongs.
We feared that this would come unto. This follows on the doctor's publishing the bill of wrongs in public at the spittle. That Dr. Bale may chance beshrew himself a reading of the bill.
Let us go gather forces to the mayor for quick suppressing this rebellious rout.
Now I bethink myself of Master Moore, one of the sheriffs, a wise and learned gentleman, and in especial favor with the people. He, backed with other grave and sober men, may by his gentle and persuasive speech perhaps prevail more than we can with power.
Believe me, but your honour well advises. Let us make haste, for I do greatly feel some of their graves this morning's work will bear. And the exit. Act 2, Scene 1, Cheapside. Enter 3 or 4 apprentices of trades with a pair of cudgels. Come on, lay down the cudgels. Oh, Robin, you met us well at Bunhill. Have you with us a Maytag meeting this morning?
Faith, Harry, the head drawer at the Mitre by the Great Conduit called me up, and we went to breakfast into St. Anne Lane. But come, who begins in good faith? I am clean out of practice. When wast at Garrett's school, Harry?
Not this great while, never since I brake his usher's head when he played his scholar's prize at the Star in Bread Street. I use all to George Philpotts at Dowgate. He's the best back swordsman in England.
Bait me an ace of that, quoth Bolton.
I'll not bate ye a pin on it, sir, for this, by this cudgel 'tis true.
I will cudgel that opinion out of ye. Did you break an usher's head, sir?
Ay, marry, did I, sir?
I am very glad on it. You shall break mine too, an ye can.
Sir, I prithee, what art thou?
I am apprentice as thou art, seest thou now? I'll play with thee at blunt here in Cheapside, and when thou hast done, if thou beest angry, I'll fight thee at sharp, in more fields. I have a sword to serve my turn in a favour. Come, Julie, to serve.
Act 2, Scene 2, St. Martin le Grand. Enter Lincoln, 2 Betses, Williamson, Sherwin, and other armed. Doll in a shirt of mail, a headpiece, sword and buckler, and a crew attending. Come, come, we'll tickle their turnips, we'll butter their boxes. Shall strangers rule the roost? Yes, but we'll haste the roost, we'll baste the roost. Come on, come, a flaunt, a flaunt.
Rather give pace and hear John Lincoln speak.
I, Lincoln, my leader, and Doll, my true breeder, with the rest of our crew, shall run pantararan, do all what they can. Shall we be bobbed, braved? No. Shall we be held under? No. We are free born, and do take scorn to be used so.
Peace there, I say. Hear Captain Lincoln speak. Keep silence till we know his mind at large.
Then largely deliver. Speak, bully, and he that presumes to interrupt thee in thy oration, this for him.
Then, gallant bloods, you whose free souls do scorn to bear the enforced wrongs of aliens, add rage to resolution. Fire the houses of these audacious strangers. This is St. Martin's, and yonder dwells Mutus, a wealthy Picardy, at the Green Gate, Debarred, Peter Van Hollock, Adrian Martin, with many more outlandish fugitives. Shall these enjoy more privilege than we in our own country? Let's then become their slaves. Since justice keeps not them in greater awe, we be ourselves rough ministers at law.
Use no more swords nor no more words, but fire the houses. Brave captain, courageous, fire me their houses.
Aye, for we may as well make bonfires on May Day as at midsummer. We'll alter the day in the calendar and set it down in flaming letters.
Stay! No, that would much endanger the whole city, whereto I would not the least prejudice.
No, nor I neither. So may mine own house be burned for company. I'll tell ye what, we'll drag the strangers into more fields, and there bombast them till they stink again.
And that's soon done, for they smell for fear already.
Let some of us enter the strangers' houses, and if we find them there, we'll bring them forth.
But if ye bring them forth ere you find them, I'll ne'er allow that.
Now, Mars, for thy honour, Dutch or French, so it be a wench, I'll upon her. Several exit along with Sherman. Now, lads, sure shall we labour in our safety. I hear the mayor hath gathered men at arms, and that Shreve Moor an hour ago rised, some of the privy council at the Ludgate. Force now must make our peace, or else we fail. 'Twill soon be known we are the principal.
And what of that? If thou beest afraid, husband, go home again and hide thy head. For by the Lord, I'll have a little sport, now we are at it.
Let's stand upon our swords, and if they come, receive them as they were our enemies.
Enter Sherwin and the rest. A purchase! A purchase! We have found!
What?
Nothing! Not a French Fleming nor a Fleming French to be found, but all fled in plain English.
How now? Have you found any?
No, not one. They're all fled.
Then fire the houses that, the mayor being busy about the quenching of them, we may escape. Burn down their kennels. Let us straight away, lest this day prove to us an ill May Day.
Fire! Fire! I'll be the first. If hanging come 'tis welcome, that's the worst. And they exit. Act 2, Scene 3. Now to the Guildhall. Sir Thomas More enters at one door, and the Lord Mayor at another door, with Sir John Munday hurt.
What, Sir John Munday, are you hurt?
A little knock, my lord. There was even now a sort of prentices playing at cudgels. I did command them to their masters' houses, but now I fear me they are gone to join with Lincoln, Sherwin, and their dangerous train.
The captains of this insurrection have taken themselves to arms, and came but now to both the counters, where they have released sundry indebted prisoners, and from thence I hear they are gone into St. Martin's, where they intend to offer violence to the amazed Lombards. Therefore, my lord, if we expect the safety of the city, 'tis time that force or parley do encounter with these displeased men.
Enter a messenger.
How now? What news?
My lord, the rebels have broken open Newgate, from whence they have delivered many prisoners, both felons and notorious murderers, that desperately cleave to their lawless train.
Up with the drawbridge. Gather some forces to Cornhill and Cheapside. And gentlemen, if diligence be weighed on every side, a quiet ebb will follow this rough tide.
Enter Shrewsbury, Surrey, Palmer, and Cholmondeley. Lord Mayor, His Majesty, receiving notice of this most dangerous insurrection, has sent my Lord of Surrey and myself, Sir Thomas Palmer, and our followers to add to your forces, unto your forces, our best means for pacifying of this mutiny. In God's name, then, set on with happy speed. The king laments if one true subject bleeds.
I hear they mean to fire the Lombards' houses. O power, what art thou in a madman's eyes? Thou makes the plotting idiot bloody wise.
My lords, I doubt not but we shall appease with a calm breath this flux of discontent, to call them to a parley questionless.
May fall out good. 'Tis well said, Master More.
Let's to these simple men, for many sweat under this act that knows not the law's debt which hangs upon their lives. For silly men plod on, they know not how, like a fool's pen, that ending shows not any sentence writ, linked to but to common reason or slightest wit. These follow for no harm, but yet incur self-penalty with those that raised this stir. God's name on, to calm our private foes with breath of gravity, not dangerous blows.
Act 2, Scene 4, St. Martin's Gate. Enter Lincoln, Doll, the Clown, George Betts, Williamson, others, and a sergeant at arms.
Peace, hear me. He that will not see a red herring at a hairy groat, butter at 11 pence a pound, meal at 9 shillings a bushel, and beef at 4 nobles a stone, list to me.
It will come to that pass if strangers be suffered. Mock him.
Our country is a great eating country. Ergo, they eat more in our country than they do in their own.
By a halfpenny loaf a day, troy weight.
They bring in strange roots, which is merely to the undoing of poor prentices. For what's a sorry parsnip to a good heart?
Trash, they breed sore eyes, and 'tis enough to infect the city with the palsy.
Nay, it has infected it with the palsy. For these bastards of dung, as you know they grow in dung, have infected us, and it is our infection will make the city shake, which partly comes from the eating of parsnips.
True, and pumpkins together. What say you to the mercy of the king? Do you refuse it?
You would have us upon this, would you? No, Mary, do we not. We accept the king's mercy, but we will show no mercy upon the strangers.
Oh, you are the simplest things that ever stood in such a question.
How say ye now, prentices? Prentices simple, down with him!
Prentices simple, prentices simple. Enter the Lord Mayor, Surrey, Shrewsbury, and more.
Hold! In the king's name, hold!
Friends, masters, countrymen.
Peace! How peace? I charge you, keep the peace!
My masters, countrymen. The noble Earl of Shrewsbury, let's hear him.
We'll hear the Earl of Surrey.
The Earl of Shrewsbury.
We'll hear both.
Both.
Peace, I say, peace. Are you men of wisdom, or what are you?
What you will have them, but not men of wisdom.
We'll not hear, my lord of Surrey.
No. Shrewsbury.
Whiles they are over the bank of their obedience, thus will they bear down all things.
Sheriff Moore speaks. Shall we hear Sheriff Moore speak?
Dull.
Let's hear him. I keeps a plentiful shrable tree, and made my brother Arthur Watkins servient civis human. Let's hear Shreve Moore.
Shreve more. Shreve more.
Even by the rule you have among yourselves, command still audience.
Sorry.
More.
More.
Peace, silence, peace.
Peace, silence, peace. You that have voice and credit with the number, command them to a stillness.
A plague on them, they will not hold their peace. The devil cannot rule them.
And what a rough and riotous charge have you to lead those that the duel cannot rule? Good masters, hear me speak.
Aye, by the mass will we more. Thou art a good housekeeper, and I thank thee thy good worship for my brother Arthur Watkins.
Peace.
Look, what you do offend you cry upon, that is the peace. Not one of you here present, had there such fellows lived when you were babes, that could have topped the peace as you now would, the peace wherein you have till now grown up, had been taken from you, and the bloody times could not have brought you to the state of men. Alas, poor things, what is it you have got, although we grant you get the thing you seek? Marry, the removing of the strangers which cannot choose but much advantage the poor handicrafts in this city. Grant them removed, and grant that this your noise hath chid down all the majesty of England. Imagine that you see the wretched strangers, their babies at their backs and their poor luggage plodding to the ports and costs for transportation, and that you sit as kings in your desires, authority quite silent by your brawl, and you in ruff of your opinions clothed. What had you got? I'll tell you. You had taught how insolence and strong hand shall prevail, how orders shall be quelled, and by this pattern not one of you should live an aged man. For other ruffians, as their fancies wrought with self-same hand, self-reasons, and self-right, would shark on you, and men like ravenous fishes would feed on one another.
Before God, that's as true as the gospel.
Nay, this is a sound fellow, I tell you. Let's mark him.
Let me set up before your thoughts, good friends, on supposition, which, if you will mark, you shall perceive how horrible a shape your innovation bears. First, 'tis a sin which oft the apostle did forewarn us of, urging obedience to authority, and 'twere no error if I told you all you were in arms against your God himself.
No.
God forbid that.
Nay, certainly you are. For to the king God hath his office lent of dread, of justice, power, and command, hath bid him rule, and willed you to obey. And to add ampler majesty to this, he hath not only lent the king his figure, his throne, and sword, but given him his own name, calls him a God on earth. What do you then, rising against him that God himself installs, but rise against God? What do you to your souls in doing this? Desperate as you are, wash your foul minds with tears, and these same hands that you, like rebels, lift against the peace, lift up for peace, and your unreverent knees, make them your feet to kneel to be forgiven. Tell me what but this. What rebel captain, as mutinies are incident, by his name can still the rout? Who will obey a traitor? Or how can well that proclamation sound when there is no addition but a rebel to qualify a rebel? You'll pull down strangers, kill them, cut their throats, possess their houses, and lead the majesty of law in line to slip him like a hound. Say now the king, as he is clement, if the offender mourn, should so much come to short of your great trespass as but to banish you, whither would you go? What country, by the nature of your error, should give you harbor? Go you to France, or to Flanders, to any German province, to Spain or Portugal, nay, anywhere that not adheres to England? Why, you must needs be strangers. Would you be pleased to find a nation of such barbarous temper that, breaking out in hideous violence, would not afford you an abode on earth, whet their detested knives against your throats, spurn you like dogs, and like as if that God owed not nor made not you, nor that the claimants were not all appropriate to your comforts, but chartered unto them? What would you think to be thus used? This is the stranger's case, and this your mountainish inhumanity.
Praise, he says
Yes.
true.
Now that's true.
Let's
That's
do as we may be done by.
We'll be ruled by you, Master Moore, if you'll stand our friend to procure our pardon.
Submit you to these noble gentlemen. Entreat their mediation to the king. Give ye up yourself to form, obey the magistrate, and there is no doubt but mercy may be found if you so seek. To persist in it is present death. But if you yield yourselves, no doubt what punishment you in simplicity have incurred, his highness in mercy will most graciously pardon.
We
desire his
We
Mercy.
desire his highness mercy. And they lay by their weapons.
No doubt his majesty will grant it you. But you must yield to go to several prisons, till that his highnesses will be further known.
most willingly.
Whether will you have us?
You will have us.
Lord Mayor, let them be sent to several prisons, and there in any case be well entreated. My Lord of Surrey, please you to take horse and ride to Cheapside, where the aldermen are with their several companies in arms. will them to go unto their several wards, both for the stay of further mutiny, and for the apprehending of such persons as shall contend.
I go, my noble lord.
On Surrey exits. We'll straight go tell his highness these good news. Withal, Shreve-Moor, I'll tell him how your breath hath ransomed many a subject from sad death. Shrewsbury and Chumley exit.
Lincoln and Sherwin, you shall both to Newgate, to rest unto the counter, the rest unto the counters. Go, gall them hence. A little breath well spent cheats expectation in his fairest event.
Well, Sheriff Moore, thou hast done more with thy good words than all they could with their weapons. Give me thy hand. Keep thy promise now for the king's pardon, or by the Lord, I'll call thee a plain coney catcher.
Farewell, Shreve-Moor, and as we yield by thee, so make our peace. Then thou dealest honestly.
Aye, and save us from the gallows, else the devil's double honesty. And they're led away.
Master Shreve-Moor, you have preserved the city from a most dangerous, fierce commotion. For if this limb of riot here in St. Martin's had joined with other branches of the city that did begin to kindle, 'twould have bred great rage. That rage much murder would have fed. Not steel, but eloquence hath wrought this good. You have redeemed us from much threatened blood.
My lord and brethren, what I here have spoke my country's love, and next the city's care enjoined me to, which since it thus prevails, think God hath made weak more his instrument to thwart sedition's violent intent. I think 'twere best, my lord, some 2 hours hence we meet at the Guildhall, and there determine that through every ward the watch be clad in armor, but especially proud that at the city gate selected men, substantial citizens, do ward tonight for fear of further mischief.
It shall be so. But yon methinks my lord of Shrewsbury.
Shrewsbury enters. My lord, his majesty sends loving thanks to you, your brethren, and his faithful subjects, your careful citizens. But, Master Moore, to you a rougher, yet as kind a salutation. A knight's creation is this knightly steel. Rise up, Sir Thomas Moore.
I thank his highness for thus honouring me.
This is but first taste of his princely favour, for it hath pleased his high majesty, noting your wisdom and deserving merit, to put this staff of honour in your hand. For he hath chose you of his privy council.
My lord, for to deny my sovereign's bounty were to drop precious stones into the heaps whence they first came. To urge my imperfections in excuse were all as stale as custom. No, my lord, my service is my king's. Good reason why, since life or death hangs in our sovereign's eye.
His majesty hath honoured much the city in this his princely choice.
My lord and brethren, though I depart for court, my love shall rest with you, as heretofore a faithful guest. I now must sleep in court, sound sleeps forbear. The chamberlain to state is public care. Yet in this rising of my private blood, my studious thoughts shall tender the city's good.
And enter Crofts. How now, Crofts, what news? My lord, his highness sends express command that a record be entered of this riot, and that the chief and capital offenders be thereon straight arraigned, for himself intends to sit in person on the rest tomorrow at Westminster. Lord Mayor, you hear your charge. Come, good Sir Thomas Moore, to court let's hie. You are the appeaser of this mutiny.
My lord, farewell. New days begets new tides. Life whirls about faith, and then to a grave it slides.
Act the exit. Act 3, Scene 1. Cheapside. Enter Master Sheriff, and they meet a messenger.
Messenger, what news?
Is execution that performed?
Not yet. The carts stand ready at the stairs, and they shall presently away to Tyburn.
Oh, stay, Master Shreve. It is the council's pleasure, for more example in so bad a case, a gibbet be erected in Cheapside, hard by the standard, whither you must bring Lincoln and those that were the chief with him. Officers enter, to suffer death, and that immediately.
It shall be done, sir. Officers, be ready. Call for a gibbet, see it be erected. Others make haste to Newgate. Bid them bring the prisoners hither, for here they must die. Away, I say, and see no time be slacked.
We go, sir.
That's well said, fellow. Now you do your duty. God, for his pity, help these troublous times. The streets stopped up with gazing multitudes. Ah, command our armed officers with halberds make way for entrance of the prisoners. Let proclamation once again be made that every householder, on pain of death, keep in his prentices, and every man stand with a weapon ready at his door, as he will answer to the contrary.
I'll see it done, sir.
Yeah.
And the officer exits.
Bring them away to execution. The writ is come about 2 hours since. The city will be fined for this neglect.
Another officer enters.
There's such a press and multitude at Newgate they cannot bring the carts onto the stairs to take the prisoners in.
Then let them come on foot. We may not dally time with great command.
Some of the bench, sir, think it very fit that stay be made, and give it out abroad the execution is deferred till morning, and when the street shall be a little cleared, to chain them up and suddenly dispatch it.
Stay. In meantime, methinks they come along. Ah, see, they are coming. So 'tis very well.
The prisoners are brought in, well guarded.
Bring Lincoln there the first unto the tree.
Aye, for I cry lugsa.
I knew the first, sir, did belong to me. This the old proverb now complete doth make, that Lincoln should be hanged for London's sake.
And he goes up.
A God's name let us to work. Fellow, dispatch. I was the foremost man in this rebellion, and I the foremost that must die for it.
Bravely, John Lincoln, let thy death express that as thou livest a man, thou diest no less.
Thou, Williamson, thine eyes shall witness it. Then to all you that come to view mine end, I must confess I had no ill intent, but against such as wronged us overmuch. And now I can perceive it was not fit that private men should carve out their redress which way they list. No, learn it now by me. Obedience is the best in each degree. And asking mercy meekly of my king, I patiently submit me to the law. But God forgive them that were cause of it. And as a Christian, truly from my heart, I likewise crave they would forgive me too, as freely as I do forgive their wrong, that others by example of the same henceforth be warned to attempt the like against any alien that repaireth hither. Fare you well all. The next time that we meet, I trust that we shall in heaven each other greet.
And he leaps off.
Farewell, John Lincoln. Say all what they can. Thou livest a good fellow and diest an honest man.
Would I were so fair on my journey. The first stretch is the worst, methinks.
Bring Williamson there forward.
Good Master Shreve, I have an earnest suit, and as you are a man, deniest me not.
Woman, what is it? Be it in my power, thou shalt obtain it.
Let me die next, sir, that is all I crave. You know not what a comfort you shall bring to my poor heart to die before my husband.
Bring her to death. She shall have her desire.
Sir, and I have a suit for you too.
What is it?
Well, that as you have hanged Lincoln first and will hang her next, so you will not hang me at all.
Nay, you set up the counter gates, and you must hang for the folly.
Oh, well then, so much for it.
Sir, your free bounty much contents my mind. Commend me to that good Shreve Master Moore, and tell him, had it not been for his persuasion, John Lincoln had not hung here as he does. We would first have locked us up in Leyden Hall, and there been burnt to ashes with the roof.
Woman, what Master Moore did was a subject's duty, and hath so pleased our gracious lord the king, that he is hence removed to higher place and made of counsel to his majesty.
Well, is he worthy of it, by my troth, an honest, wise, well-spoken gentleman. Yet would I praise his honesty much more if he had kept his word and saved our lives. But let that pass. Men are but men, and so words are but words, and pays not what men owe. You, husband, since perhaps the world may say that through my means thou comest thus to thy end, here I begin this cup of death to thee, because thou shalt be sure to taste no worse than I have taken that must go before thee. What though I be a woman? That's no matter. I do owe God a death, and I must pay him. Husband, give me thy hand. Be not dismayed. This chair being chaired, then all our debt is paid. Only 2 little babes we leave behind us, and all I can bequeath them at this time is but the love of some good, honest friend to bring them up in charitable sort. What, masters? He goes upright that never halts, and they may live to mend their parents' faults.
Why, Will, said wife, i' faith, thou cheer'st my heart. Give me thy hand, let's kiss, and so let's part. He kisses her on the ladder.
The next kiss, Williamson, shall be in heaven. Now, cheerily, lads, George bets a hand with thee, and thine too, Rafe, and shine, good honest Sherwin. Now let me tell the women of this town, no stranger yet brought doll to lying down. So long as I an Englishman can see, no French nor Dutch shall get a kiss of me. And when that I am dead, for me yet say, I died in scorn to be a stranger's prey.
There's a great shout and noise, and cries within, Pardon, room for the Earl of Surrey, room there, room, and Surrey enters.
Save the man's life if it be possible.
It is too late, my lord. He's dead already.
I tell ye, Master Sheriff, you are too forward to make such haste with men unto their death. I think your pains will merit little thanks, since that his highness is so merciful as not to spill the blood of any subject.
My noble lord, would we so much had known! The council's warrant hastened our dispatch. It had not else been done so suddenly.
Sir Thomas more humbly upon his knee did beg the lives of all, since on his word they did so gently yield. The king hath granted it, and made him Lord High Chancellor of England, accordingly as he worthily deserves. Since Lincoln's life cannot be had again, then for the rest, from my dread sovereign's lips, I here pronounce free pardon for them all.
God save the
king!
king! God save
save the
our
king!
good Lord Chancellor and the Earl of Surrey! They fling their caps in the air.
And God, Doll desires it from her very heart. More's name may live for this right noble part. And whensoever we talk of ill May Day, praise more. Oh, I have to read this. In hope his highness clemency and mercy, which in the arms of mild and meek compassion would rather clip you, as the loving nurse oft doth the wayward infant, than to leave you to the sharp rod of justice, so to draw you to shun such lewd assemblies as beget unlawful riots and such traitorous acts, that striking with the hand of private hate maim your dear country with a public wound. O God, that mercy whose majestic brow should be unwrinkled, and that awful justice which looketh through a veil of sufferance upon the frailty of the multitude, should with the clamors of outrageous wrongs be stirred and wakened thus to punishment. But your deserved death he doth forgive, who gives you life. Pray all he long may live.
God save the king! God save my good Lord Chancellor and the Earl of Surrey! And they exit.
Oh, mess.
Act 3, Scene 2, Chelsea. It's a room in Moore's house. A table is being covered with a green carpet, a state cushion on it, and the purse and mace lying thereon. Enter Sir Thomas More.
It is in heaven that I am thus and thus, and that which we profanely term our fortunes is the provision of the power above, fitted and shaped just to that strength of nature which we are born withal. Good God, good go, that I from such a humble bench of birth should step as 'twere up to my country's head, and give the law out there. I, on my father's life, to take prerogative and tithe of knees for elder kinsmen, and him bind by my place to give the smooth and dexter way to me that owe it him by nature. Sure, these things not physicked by respect might turn our blood to much corruption, but more, the more thou hast, either of honor, office, wealth, and calling, which might excite thee to embrace and hub them. The more do thou in serpents' natures thank them, fear their gay skins with thought of their sharp state. And let this be thy maxim: to be great is when the thread of heyday is once spun, a bottom great wound, great undone. Come, sir, are you ready?
Enter Randall, attired like Sir Thomas More.
Yes, my lord, I stand but on a few points. I shall have done presently. Before God, I have practiced your lordship's shifts so well that I think I shall go proud, my lord.
'Tis fit thou should west proud, or else thou'lt never be near allied to greatness. Observe me, sirrah. The learned clerk Erasmus has arrived within our English court. Last night I hear he feasted with our honored English poet, the Earl of Surrey, and I learned today the famous clerk of Rotterdam will visit Sir Thomas More. Therefore, sir, take my seat. You are Lord Chancellor. Dress your behavior according to my carriage, but beware you talk not overmuch, for 'twill betray thee. Who prates not much seems wise. His wit few scan, while the tongue blabs tales of his imperfection. I'll see if great Erasmus can distinguish merit and outward ceremony.
If I do not serve a share for playing of your lordship well, let me be yeoman usher to your sumpter, and be banished from wearing of a gold chain forever.
Well, sir, I'll hide our motion. Act my part with a firm boldness, and thou winnest my heart. Enter the Shreve with Falconer, ruffian, and officers. How now? What's the matter? We got a Faulkner.
Tag me not.
I could do
I am
Faulkner.
no bear.
Okay.
Blood, if all the dogs in Paris gardens hung at my tail, I'd shake him off with this, that I'll appear before no king christened but my good Lord Chancellor.
We'll christen you, sir. Bring them forward. How now? What tumults make you?
The azure heavens protect my noble Lord Chancellor.
What fellow's this? A ruffian, my lord, that hath set half the city in an uproar.
My lord,
There's a fray in Paternoster Row, and because they would not be parted, the street was choked up with carts.
my noble lord, Panny her ally's throat was open.
Sirrah, hold your peace.
I'll prove the street was not choked, but is as well as ever it was since it was a street.
This fellow was a principal broacher of the broil.
Well, blood, I broached none. It was broached and half run out before I had a lick at it.
And would be brought before no justice but your honor.
I'm hailed, my noble lord.
No ear to choose for every trivial noise but mine, and in so full a time? Away, you wrong me, Master Shreve. Dispose of him at your own pleasure. Send the knave to Newgate.
To Newgate? Blood, Sir Thomas More, I appeal from Newgate to any of the two worshipful counters.
Fellow, whose men are you that are thus lusty?
My name's Jack Faulkner. I serve next under God and my prince, Master Morris, secretary to my Lord of Winchester.
A fellow of your hair is very fit to be a secretary's follower.
I hope so, my lord. The fray was between the bishop's men of Ely and Winchester, and I could not in honour but part them. I thought it stood not with my reputation and degree to come to my questions and answers before a city justice. I knew I should to the pot.
Well, thou hast been there, it seems too late already.
I know your honour is wise and forth, and I desire to be only catechised or examined by you, my noble Lord Chancellor.
Sirrah, you are a busy, dangerous ruffian.
Ruffian?
How long have you worn this hair?
Well, I've worn this hair ever since I was born.
You know that's not my question, but how long hath this shag fleece hung dangling from thy head?
How long, my lord? Why, sometimes thus long, sometimes lower, as the fates and humours please.
So quick, sir, with me. I see, good fellow, thou lovest plain dealing. Sirrah, tell me now, when were you last at barber's? How long time have you upon your head worn this shag hair?
My lord Jack Faulkner tells no Aesop's fables. Troth, I was not at barber's this 3 years. I have not been cut, will not be cut. A foolish vow upon a foolish vow, which as the destinies shall direct, I'm sworn to keep.
When comes that vow out?
Why, when the humours are purged, not this 3 years.
Vows are recorded in the court of heaven, for those are holy acts. Young man, I charge thee and do advise thee, start not from that vow. For I will be sure thou shalt not shrieve. Besides, it is an odious sight to see a man thus hairy. Thou shalt lie in Newgate till thy vow and thy 3 years be full expired. Away with him!
My lord,
Cut off this fleece and lie there but a month.
I'll not lose a hair to be Lord Chancellor of Europe.
To Newgate, then. Sirrah, great sins are bred in all that body where there's a foul head. Away with him!
Exit all except Randall. Enter Surrey, Erasmus, and attendants.
Now, great Erasmus, you approach the presence of a most worthy, learned gentleman. This little isle holds not a truer friend unto the arts, nor doth his greatness add a feigned flourish to his worthy parts. He's great in study. That's the status grace that gains more reference than the outward place.
Report, my lord, hath crossed the narrow seas, and to the several parts of Christendom hath borne the fame of your Lord Chancellor. I long to see him, whom with loving thoughts I in my study oft have visited. Is that Sir Thomas More?
It is, Erasmus. Now shall you view the honorablest scholar, the most religious politician, the worthiest counselor that tends our state. That study is the general watch of England. In it, the prince's safety and the peace that shines upon our commonwealth are forged by loyal industry.
I doubt him not to be as near the life of excellence as you proclaim him, when his meanest servants are of some weight. You saw, my lord, his porter give entertainment to us at the gate, in Latin good phrase. What's the master, then, when such good parts shine in his meanest men?
His lordship hath some weighty business. For see, yet he takes no notice of us.
I think 'twere best I did my duty to him in a short Latin speech. Qui en celeberrima patria natus est et gloriosa plus habet negotiae ut in lucem veniat quam qui...
I prithee, good Erasmus, be covered. I have forsworn speaking of Latin, else, as I am true counselor, I tickle you with the speech. Nay, sit, Erasmus. Sit, my lord of Surrey. I'll make my lady come to you anon, if she will, and give you entertainment.
Is this Sir Thomas More?
Oh, good Erasmus, you must conceive his vein. He's ever furnished with these conceits.
Yes, faith. My learned poet doth not lie for that matter. I am neither more nor less than merry Sir Thomas always. Wilt sup with me? By God, I love a parlous wise fellow that smells of a politician better than a long progress.
And Sir Thomas More enters.
We are deluded. This is not his lordship.
I pray you, Erasmus, how long will the Holland cheese in your country keep without maggots?
Fool! Ancient barbarism, retire thyself into thy first creation.
And Randall exits.
Thus you see, my loving learned friends, how far respect waits often on the ceremonious train of base illiterate wealth, whilst men of schools, shrouded in poverty, are counted fools. Pardon, thou reverend German, I have mixed so slight a jest at the fair entertainment of thy most worthy self. For no, Erasmus, mirth wrinkles up my face, and I still crave, when that forsakes me, I may hug my grave.
Your honour's merry humour is best physic unto your able body. For we learn where melancholy chokes the passages of blood and breath, the erected spirit still lengthens our days with sportful exercise. Study should be the saddest time of life. The rest, a sport exempt from thought of strife.
Erasmus preacheth gospel against physic, my noble poet.
Oh, my lord, you tax me in that word, poet, of much idleness. It is a study that makes poor our fate. Poets were ever thought unfit for state.
Oh, give not up fair posy sweet, lord, to such contempt. That I may speak my heart is the sweetest heraldry of art, that sets a difference between the tough, sharp holly and tender bay tree.
Yet, my lord, it has become the very logic number to all mechanic sciences.
Well, I'll show the reason, for this is no age for poets. They should sing to the loud canon heroica facta, qui faciunt reges heroica carmina laudant. And as great subjects of their pen decay, even so unphysical do they melt away.
Master Morris enters.
Come, will your lordship in? My dear Erasmus, I'll hear you, Master Morris, presently. My lord, I make you master of my house. We'll banquet here with fresh and staid delights. The Muses' music here shall cheer our sprites, and this case must be but mean where scholars sit, for they're all made with courses of neat wit.
And Surrey, Erasmus, and attendants exit.
How now, Master Morris?
I am a suitor to your lordship in behalf of a servant of mine.
The fellow with long hair. Good Master Morris, come to me 3 years hence, and then I'll hear you.
I understand, your honor, but the foolish knave has submitted himself to the mercy of a barber, and is without, ready to make a new vow before your lordship, hereafter to leave cavil.
Ah, nay, then let's talk with him. Pray, call him in.
Enter Faulkner and officers. Oh, bless your heart, honour, a new man, my lord.
Why, sure, this is not he.
And your lordship will, the barber shall give you a sample of my head. I am he in faith, my lord, I am Ipsy.
Why, now thy face is like an honest man's. Thou hast played well at this new cut and won.
No, my lord, lost all that ever God sent me.
God sent thee into the world as thou art now, with a short hair. How quickly are 3 years run out of Newgate?
Well, I think so, my lord, for there was but a hair's length between my going thither and so long time.
Because I see some grace in thee. Go free. Discharge him, fellows. Farewell, Master Morris. Thy head is for thy shoulders now more fit. Thou hast less hair upon it, but more wit.
And Sir Thomas exits.
Did I not tell thee always of these looks?
And the locks were on again. All the goldsmiths in Cheapside couldn't pick 'em open. It's heart, if my hair stand not on end when I look for my face in a glass, I'm a polecat. Here's a lousy jest. But if I not that rogue Tom Barber that makes me look like a brownish to hang me, I'll be worse to the nitty call knave than 10 tooth drawings. Here's a head with a pox.
What ails thou? Art thou mad now?
Mad now? Nails, if loss of hair cannot mad a man, what can? I'm deposed, my crown is taken from me. More had been better a scoured Morditch than a notched Midas. Does he begin sheep shearing with Jack Faulkner?
Nay, and you feed this vein, sir, fare you well.
Ah, farewell, Frost. I'll go hang myself for the pole head. Make a Saracen of Jack.
Thou desperate knave, for that I see the devil wholly gets hold of thee.
The devil's a damned rascal.
I charge thee, wait on me no more. No more call me thy master.
Why, then a word, Master Norris.
I'll hear no word, sir, fare you well.
Blood, farewell.
Why dost thou follow me?
Because I'm an ass. Do you set your shavers upon me and then cast me off? Must I condole? Have the fates played the fools? Am I their cut? Now the poor sconce is taken, must Jack march with bag and baggage?
You coxcomb.
Nay, you have poached me. You have given me a hair. It's here.
Away, you kind ass. Come, sir, dry your eyes. Keep you old place, and mend these fooleries.
I care not to be turned off. And 'twere a ladder, so be it my humour, or the fates beckon to me. Nay, pray, sir, if the destinies spin me a fine thread, Falconer flies another pitch. And to avoid the headache hereafter, before I'll be a hairmonger, I'll be a whoremonger. And they exit. Act 3, Scene 3. Chelsea, the antechamber in Moore's house. Enter a messenger to Moore.
My honourable lord, the mayor of London, accompanied with his lady and her train, are coming hither and are hard at hand to feast with you. Servants come before to tell your lordship of their near approach.
This is cheerful news. Friends go and come. Reverend Erasmus, whose delicious words express the very soul and life of wit, newly took sad leave of me, and with tears troubled the silver channel of the Thames, which, glad of such a burden, proudly swelled, and on her bosom bore him towards the sea. He's gone to Rotterdam. Peace go with him. He left me heavy when he went from hence, but this recomforts me. The kind Lord Mayor, his brethren aldermen, with their fair wives, will feast this night with us. Why, so it should be. Poor's merry heart lives by good company. Good gentlemen, be careful. Give great charge our diet may be made dainty for the taste. For of all people that the earth affords, the Londoners fare richest at their boards.
And they exit. Act 4, Scene 1. Chelsea, a room in Sir Thomas More's house. Enter Sir Thomas More, Master Roper, and serving men, setting stools.
Come, my good fellow, sit, stir, be diligent. Sloth is an idle fellow, leave him now. The time requires your expeditious service. Place me here stools to set the ladies on. Son Roper, have you given order for the banquet?
I have, my lord, and everything is ready.
Enter Thomas More's lady.
Ah, welcome, wife. Give you direction how women should be placed. You know it best. For my Lord Mayor, his brethren, and the rest, let me alone. Men best can order men.
I warrant ye, my lord, all shall be well. There's one without that stays to speak with ye, and bade me tell ye that he is a player.
A player, wife? One of you bid him come in.
The servant exits.
Nay, stir there, fellows. Ah, you are too slow. See that your lights be in a readiness. The banquet shall be here. Gods me, madame, leave my Lady Maris, both of us from the board, and my son Roper too. What may our guests think?
My lord, they are risen and sitting by the fire.
Why, yet go you and keep them company. It is not meet we should be absent both.
And Lady Moore exits. A player enters.
Welcome, good friend. What is it you will with me?
My lord, my fellows and myself are come to tender you our willing service, so please you to command us.
What, for a play, you mean? Whom do you serve?
My Lord Cardinal's grace.
My Lord Cardinal's players. Now trust me, welcome. You happen hither in a lucky time to pleasure me and benefit yourselves. The Mayor of London and some aldermen, his lady and their wives, are my kind guests this night at supper. Now, to have a play before the banquet will be excellent. How think you, son Roper?
'Twill do well, my lord, and be right pleasing pastime to your guests.
I prithee, tell me, what plays have you?
Oh, diverse, my lord. The cradle of security, his nail of the head, impatient poverty, a play of 4 Ps, Dives and Lazarus, lusty Juventus, and marriage of wit and wisdom.
A marriage of wit and wisdom. Ha, that, my lads, I'll none but that. The theme is very good and may maintain a liberal argument. To marry wit to wisdom asks some cunning. Many have wit and may come short of wisdom. We'll see how master poet plays his part and whether wit or wisdom grace his art. Go make him drink, and all his fellows too. How many are you?
4 men and a boy, sir.
But one boy. Then I see there's but few women in the play.
Oh, 3, my lord. Dame Science, Lady Vanity, and Wisdom, she herself.
Then one boy play them all. By Our Lady, he's laden. Well, my good fellow, get you straight together and make you ready with what haste you may. Proud their supper against the play be done, and else we stay our guests here overlong. Make haste, I pray you.
We will, my lord. And the
Where are the
servant
waits?
and
Go,
player exit.
Where are the waits? Go, bid them play to spend the time a while.
And a lady enters.
How now, madam?
My lord, they're coming hither.
They're welcome. Wife, I'll tell you one thing. One sport is somewhat mended. We shall have a play tonight, the marriage of wit and wisdom, and acted by my good Lord Cardinal's players. How like you that, wife?
My lord, I like it well. See, they are coming.
The waits play. Enter Lord Mayor and so many aldermen as may be, and the Lady Mayoress in scarlet with other ladies, and Sir Thomas More's daughters, servants carrying lighted torches by them.
Once again, welcome. Welcome, my good Lord Mayor and brethren all, for once I was your brother, and so I am still in heart. It is not state that can our love from London separate. True upstart fools by sudden fortune tried regard their former mates with naught but pride. But they that cast an eye still whence they came know how they rose and how to use the same.
My lord, you set a gloss on London's fame, and make it happy ever by your name. Needs must we say, when we remember more, 'twas he that drove rebellion from our door, with grave discretion's mild and gentle breath. Oh, how our city is by you renowned, and with your virtues our endeavors crowned.
No more, my good Lord Mayor. But thanks to all that on so short a summons you would come to visit him that holds your kindness dear. Madam, you are not merry with my Lady Mayoress and these fair ladies. Pray sit them all. And here, my lord, let me appoint your place. The rest to seat yourselves. Nay, I'll weary ye, and you will not long in haste to visit me.
Good madam, sit. In sooth, you shall sit here.
Good madam, pardon me, it may not be.
In troth, I'll have it so. I'll sit here by ye. Good lady, sit. More stools here, ho!
It is your favor, madam, makes me thus presume above my merit.
When we come to you, then shall you rule us as we rule you here. Now must I tell you, madam, we have a play to welcome you withal. How good soe'er, that know not I. My lord will have it so.
Wife, hope the best. I am sure they'll do their best. They that would better comes not at their feast. My good Lord Cardinal's players, I thank them for it. Play us a play to lengthen out your welcome. They say it is the marriage of wit and wisdom, a theme of some import, howe'er it prove. But if art fail, we'll inch it out with love.
The servant enters.
What are they ready?
My, oh,
Go.
my lord, one of the players craves to speak with you.
With me? Where is he?
Enter inclination and the vice ready.
Here, my lord.
How now? What's the matter?
We would desire your honor but to stay a little. One of my fellows is but run to Ogles for a long beard for a young wit, and he'll be here presently.
A long beard for young wit. Why, man, he may be without a beard till he comes to marriage, for wit goes not all by the hair. When comes wit in?
In the second scene next to the prologue, my lord.
Well, I play on till that scene come, and by that time wit's beard will be grown, or else the fellow returned with it. And what part playest thou?
Inclination the vice, my lord.
Gramercies, now may I take the vice if I list, and wherefore hast thou that bridle in thy hand?
I must be bridled anon, my lord.
And thou beest not saddled too, it makes no matter, for then wit's inclination may gallop so fast that he will outstrip wisdom and fall to folly.
Indeed, so he does to Lady Vanity, but we have no folly in our play.
Then there's no wit in it, I'll be sworn. Folly waits on wit as the shadow on the body, and where wit is ripest, there folly is still as readiest. But begin, I prithee. We'll rather allow a beardless wit than wit all beard to have no brain.
Nay, he has his apparel on too, my lord, and therefore he is the readier to enter.
Then good inclination, begin in adventure.
And inclination exits.
My lord mayor, wit lacks a beard, or else they would begin. I'd lend him mine, but that is too thin. Up the silence, they come.
The prologue enters. Now, for as much as in these latter days, throughout the whole world, in every land, vice doth increase, and virtue decays, iniquity having the upper hand, we therefore intend, good gentle audience, a pretty short interlude to play at this present, desiring your leave and quiet silence to show the same as is meet and expedient. It is called the marriage of wit and wisdom, a matter right pithy and pleasing to hear, whereof in brief we will show the whole sum. But I must be gone, for wit doth appear. Enter wit, ruffling, and inclination the vice.
In an arbor green, asleep whereas I lay, the bird sang sweetly in the midst of the day. I dreamed fast of mirth and play. In youth is pleasure, in youth is pleasure. Methought I walked still to and fro, and from a company I could not go. But when I waked, it was not so. In youth is pleasure, in youth is pleasure. Therefore my heart is surely plight of her alone to have a sight, which is my joy and heart's delight. In youth is pleasure, in youth is pleasure. You're muted, Sir Thomas.
I am indeed, because I'm speaking quietly. Mark ye, my lord, this is wit without a beard. What will he be by that time he comes to the commodity of a beard?
Oh, sir, the ground is the better on which she doth go, for she will make better cheer with the little she can get than many a one can with a great banquet of meat.
And is her name Wisdom?
Ay, sir, a wife most fit for you, my good master, my dainty sweet wit.
To be in her company my heart it is set. Therefore I prithee to let us be gone, for unto wisdom wit hath inclination.
Oh, sir, she will come herself even anon. for I told her before where we would stand. And then she said she would beck us with her hand. Back with these boys and saucy great knives.
And flourishes a dagger.
What, Stan, you here so big in your braids? My dagger about your coxcomb shall walk, if I may but so much hear you chat or talk.
But will she take pains to come for us hither?
I warrant ye. Therefore you must be familiar with her. When she cometh in place, you must her embrace somewhat handsomely, lest she think it danger because you are a stranger to come in your company.
I warrant thee, inclination, I will be busy. Oh, how wit longs to be in wisdom's company.
Enter Lady Vanity, singing and beckoning with a hand.
Oh, come hither, come hither, come hither, come. Such cheer as I have, thou shalt have some.
This is Lady Vanity, I'll hold my life. Beware, good wit, you take her not to wife.
What, unknown honesty? A word in your ear.
And she offers to depart.
You shall not be gone as yet, I swear. Here's none but friends, you need not to fret. This young gentleman loves ye, therefore you must stay.
I trust in me she will think no danger, for I love well the company of fair women, and though to you I am a stranger, yet wit may pleasure you now and then.
Who, you? Nay, you are such a holy man that to touch on you dare not be bold. I think you would not kiss a young woman if one would give ye 20 pound in gold.
Yes, in good sadness, lady, that I would. I could find in my heart to kiss you in your smock.
My back is broad enough to bear that mock, for it hath been told me many a time that you would be seen in no such company as mine.
Not wit in the company of Lady Wisdom? O Jove, for what do I hither come?
Sir, she did this nothing else but to prove whether a little thing would you move to be angry and fret. What? And if one said so, let such trifling matters go, and with a kind kiss come out of her debt. Is Liggins come yet with the beard?
Enter another player. No, faith, he's not come. Alas, what shall we do?
Forsooth, we can go no further till our fellow Luggins come, for he plays good counsel. And now he should enter to admonish wit that this is Lady Vanity and not Lady Wisdom.
Nay, and it be not more, but so, ye shall not tarry at a stand for that. We'll not have her play marred for lack of a little good counsel. Till your fellow come, I'll give him the best counsel that I can. Pardon me, Lord Mayor, I love to be merry. Oh, wit, thou art now on the bow hand, and blindly in thine own opinion dost stand. I tell thee, this naughty lute inclination does lead thee amiss in a very strange fashion. This is not wisdom, but Lady Vanity. Therefore list to good counsel, and be ruled by me.
In truth, my lord, it is as right to Luggins's part as can be. Speak wit.
Nay, we will not have our audience disappointed if I can help it.
Art thou good counsel, and will tell me so? Wouldst thou have wit from Lady Wisdom to go? Thou art some deceiver, I tell thee verily, in saying that this is Lady Vanity.
Wit, judge not things by the outward show. The eye oft mistakes, right well you do know. Good counsel assures thee upon his honesty that this is not wisdom, but Lady Vanity.
Enter Luggins with the beard.
Oh, my lord, he is come. Now we shall go forward.
Art thou come? Well, fellow, I have hoped to save thine honesty a little. Now, if thou canst give wit any better counsel than I have done, spare not. There I leave him to thy mercy. But by this time I am sure our banquet's ready. Our lord and ladies, we will taste that first, and then they shall begin the play again, which through the fellow's absence and by me, instead of helping, hath been hindered. Prepare against we come. Lights there, I say. Thus fools oft times do help but mar the play.
And they all exit, leaving the players.
Fie, fellow Luggins, you serve us handsomely, do you not, think you? Why, Ogle was not within, and his wife would not let me have the beard, and by my troth I ran so fast that I sweat again.
Do ye hear, fellows? Would not my lord make a rare player? Oh, he would uphold a company beyond all hope, better than Mason among the king's players. Did you mark how extemporally he fell to the matter, and spake Leggins's part almost as it is in the very book set down?
Peace! Do you know what you say, my lord a player? Let us not meddle with any such matters. Yet I may be a little proud that my lord hath answered me in my part. But come, let us go, and be ready to begin the play again. Aye, that's the best, for now we lack nothing.
And a serving man enters. Where be these players?
Yes, sir.
Here, sir.
There.
My lord is sent for to the court, and all the guests do after supper part, and for he will not trouble you again by me for your reward, he sends 8 angels with many thanks. But sup before you go. It is his will you should be fairly entreated. Follow, I pray ye.
This, Luggins, is your negligence. Wanting wit's beard brought things into dislike. For otherwise the play had been all seen. And now, where now some curious citizen disgraced it, and discommending it, all is dismissed.
For God, it says true. But here ye, sirs, 8 angels. Ha! My lord would never give 8 angels more or less for 12 pence. Other it should be 3 or 5 or 10 pounds. There's 20 shillings wanting, sure.
20 to 1, 'tis so. I have a trick. Ah, my lord comes. Stand aside.
Enter Thomas More with attendants, with the purse and the mace.
In haste to council. What's the business now that also late his highness sends for me? What seekest thou, fellow?
Nay, nothing. Your lordship sent 8 angels by your man, and I have lost 2 of them in the riches.
Wit, look to that. 8 angels. I did send them 10. Who gave it them? Ay, my lord, I had no more about me, but by and by they shall rescue the rest. Well, wit, 'twas wisely done. Thou playest wit well indeed, not to be thus deceived of thy right. Am I a man by office truly ordained, equally to decide true right on his own, and shall I have deceivers in my house? Then what avails my bounty when such servants deceive the poor of what the master gives? Go on, pull his coat over his ears, there are too many such. Give them their right. Wit, let thy fellows thank thee, 'twas well done. Thou now deservest to match with Lady Wisdom.
And Thomas More exits along with attendants.
God a mercy, Wit. Sir, you had a master Sir Thomas More, but now we shall have more.
God bless him! I would there were more of this mind. He loves our quality, and yet he's a learned man, and knows what the world is.
Well, a kind man, and more loving than many other, but I think we have met with a first.
First served his man that had our angels, and he may chance dine with due comfort tomorrow, being turned away today. Come, let's go.
And many such rewards would make us all ride and horse us with the best nags in Smithfield. And they exit. Act 4, Scene 2, Whitehall, the council chamber. Enter the Earls of Shrewsbury, Surrey, the Bishop of Rochester, and other lords, several doing courtesy to each other. The clerk of the council waiting bareheaded.
Good morrow to my lord of Shrewsbury.
The like unto the honoured Earl of Surrey, yond comes my lord of Rochester.
I'll cover. Good morrow, my good lords.
Clerk of the council, what time is it of day?
Past state of clock, my lord.
I wonder that my good Lord Chancellor does stay so long, considering there's matters of high importance to be scanned upon.
Clerk of the council, certify his lordship. The lords expect him here.
It shall not need. Yon comes his lordship.
Enter Sir Thomas More with the purse and mace borne before him.
Good morrow to this fair assembly. Come, my good lords, let's sit. A serious square.
And they sit.
Upon this little board is daily scanned the health and preservation of the land. We, the physicians that effect this good, now by choice diet, and anon by letting blood. Our toil and careful watching brings the king in league with slumbers, to which peace doth sing. Avoid the room there. What business, lords, today?
This, my good lord, about the entertainment of the emperor against the perfidious French into our pay.
My lords, as 'tis the custom in this place, the younger should speak first. So if I chance in this case to speak youngly, pardon me, I will agree. France now hath her full strength, as having new recovered the pale blood which war slew forth. And I consent to this, that the conjunction of our English forces with arms of Germany may soon bring the prize of conquest in. But then, my lords, as in the moral hunting twixt the lion and other beasts, force joined with greed frighted the weaker sharers from their parts. So if the empire's sovereign chanced to put his plea of partnership into war's court, swords should decide the difference, and our blood in private tears lament his entertainment.
To doubt the worst is still the wise man's shield that arms him safely. But the world knows this. The emperor is a man of royal faith. His love unto our sovereign brings him down from his imperial seat to march in pay under our English flag and wear the cross like some high order on his manly breast. Thus serving, he's not master of himself, but like a colonel commanding other, is by the general overawed himself.
Yet, my good lord,
Let me conclude my speech. As subjects share no portion in the conquest of their true sovereign, other than the merit that from the sovereign guerdons the true subject, so the good emperor in a friendly league of amity with England will not soil his honour with the theft of English spoil.
There's no question but this entertainment will be most honorable, most commodious. I've oft heard good captains wish to have rich soldiers to attend them, such as would fight both for their lives and livings. Such a one is the good emperor. I would to God we had 10,000 of such able men. Ha! Then there would appear no court, no city, but where the wars were they would pay themselves. Then to prevent in French wars England's loss, let German flags wave with our English cross.
Enter Sir Thomas Palmer.
my lords, his majesty hath sent by me these articles enclosed, first to be viewed, and then to be subscribed to. I tender them in that due reverence which befits this place, with great reverence.
Subscribe these articles. Stay, let us pause. Our conscience first shall parley with our laws. My lord of Rochester, view you the paper.
Subscribe to these. Now, good Sir Thomas Palmer, beseech the king that he will pardon me. My heart will check my hand whilst I do right. Subscribing so, I were a hypocrite. Do you refuse it then, my lord? I do, Sir Thomas. Then here I summon you forthwith to appear before his majesty, to answer there this capital contempt. I rise in part, in lieu of this to tender him my heart.
And he stands.
Wilt thou please your honour to subscribe, my lord?
Sir, tell his highness I entreat some time for to bethink me of this task. In the meanwhile I do resign mine office into my sovereign's hands.
Then, my lord, hear the prepared order from the king. On your refusal, you shall straight depart unto your house at Chelsea, till you know our sovereign's further pleasure.
Most willingly I go. My lords, if you will visit me at Chelsea, we'll go fishing, and with a cunning net, not like weak film, will catch none but the great. Farewell, my noble lords. This is right. Good morrow to the sun, to state good night.
And Sir Thomas exits.
Will you subscribe, my lords?
Surrey.
Instantly, good Sir Thomas, will bring the writing unto our sovereign.
And they write.
My lord of Rochester, you must with me to answer this contempt. This is the worst. Who's freed from life is from all care exempt.
And Rochester and Palmer exit.
Now let us hasten to our sovereign. 'Tis strange that my Lord Chancellor should refuse the duty that the law of God bequeaths unto the king.
Come, let us in. No doubt his mind will alter, and the bishops too. Error in learned heads has much to do. And they exit. Act 4, Scene 3, Chelsea. Enter Lady Moore, her 2 daughters, and Master Roper as walking.
Madam, What ails ye for to look so sad? Oh, you,
Trust,
Roper?
son.
Yes, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Eleanor. You continue.
Trust, son, I know not what. I am not sick, and yet I am not well. I would be merry, but somewhat lies so heavy on heart, I cannot choose but sigh. You are a scholar, I pray ye. Tell me, may one credit dreams?
Why ask you that, dear madam?
Hang on, Andrew. Eleanor, your mistress, Roper?
Yes.
Okay, Andrew, take Roper again, can you?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Why ask you that, dear madam?
Because tonight I had the strangest dream that e'er my sleep was troubled with. Methought 'twas night, and that the king and queen went on the Thames in barges to hear music. My lord and I were in a little boat, methought. Lord, Lord, what strange things live in slumbers! And being near, we grappled to the barge that bare the king. But after many pleasing voices spent in that still moving music house, methought the violence of the stream did sever us quite from the Golden Fleet, and hurried us unto the bridge, which with unused horror we entered at full tide. Thence, on a slight shoot being carried by the waves, our boat stood still just opposite the tower, and there it turned and turned about, as when a whirlpool sucks the circled waters. Methought that we both cried till that we sunk, where, arm in arm, we died.
Give no respect, dear madam, to fond dreams. They are but slight illusions of the blood.
Tell me not all are so, for often dreams are true diviners, either of good or ill. I cannot be in quiet till I hear how my lord fares.
No, come hither, wife. I will not fright thy mother to interpret the nature of a dream. But trust me, sweet, this night I have been troubled with thy father beyond all thought.
Truly? And so have I. Methought I saw him here in Chelsea Church, standing upon the rood loft, now defaced, and whilst he kneeled and prayed before the image, it fell with him into the upper choir, where my poor father lay all stained in blood.
Our dreams all meet in one conclusion, fatal, I fear.
What's that you talk? I pray you let me know it.
Nothing, good mother.
This is your fashion still. I must know nothing. Call Master Catesby. He shall straight to court and see how my lord does. I shall not rest till my heart leave panting on his breast.
And Sir Thomas More enters more merrily, servants in attendance.
See,
See where my father comes, joyful and merry.
a seaman having passed a troubled storm, dance on the pleasant shore. Oh, I could speak like a poet. Now afore God I am passing light. Wife, give me good kind welcome. Thou wast wont to blame my kissing when my beard was in the stubble, but I have been trimmed of late. I've had a smooth court shaving. Good faith I have.
His daughters kneel.
God bless you. Son Roper, give me your hand.
Your honour's welcome home.
Honor. And how dost, wife?
He bears himself most strangely.
Will your lordship in?
Lordship? No, wife, that's gone. The ground was slight that we did lean upon.
Lord, that your honor ne'er will leave these jests. In faith it ill becomes ye.
Oh, good wife, honor and jests are both together fled. The merriest counsellor of England's dead.
Who's that, my lord?
Still, Lord, the Lord Chancellor, wife.
That's you.
Certain, but I have changed my life. Am I not leaner than I was before? The fat is gone, my title's only more. Contented with one style, I'll live at rest. That they that have many names are still not best. I have resigned mine office. Countest me not wise?
Oh, God.
Come, breed not female children in your eyes. The king will have it so.
What's the offense?
Tush, let that pass. We'll talk of that anon. The king seems a physician to my fate. His princely mind would train me back to state.
Then be his patient, my most honoured father.
O son Roper, ubi terpus est medicinae sanare piget. No, wife, be merry, and be merry all. You smiled at rising, weep not at my fall. Let's sit, and hear joy like to private friends, since days of pleasure have repentant ends. The light of greatness is with triumph born. It sets at midday, oft with public scorn.
Act 4, Scene 4. The Tower of London. Enter the Bishop of Rochester, Surrey, Shrewsbury, the Lieutenant of the Tower, and warders with weapons.
Your kind persuasions, honourable lords, I can but thank ye for. But in this breast there lives a soul that aims at higher things than temporary, pleasing, earthly kings. God bless his highness even with all my heart. We shall meet one day, though that now we part.
We not misdoubt your wisdom can discern what best befits it. Yet in love and zeal we could entreat it might be otherwise.
No doubt your fatherhood will by yourself consider better of the present case, as grow as great in favour as before.
For that, as pleaseth God. In my restraint from worldly causes, I shall better see into myself than at proud liberty. The tower and I will privately confer of things, wherein at freedom I may err. But I am troublesome unto your honours, and hold ye longer than becomes my duty. Master Lieutenant, I am now your charge, and though you keep my body, yet my love waits on my king and you, while Fisher lives.
Farewell, my lord of Rochester. We'll pray for your release, and labour it as we may.
Thereof assure yourself, so do we leave you, and to your happy private thoughts bequeath you, and the Lord's exit.
Now, Master Lieutenant, on, a God's name go, and with as glad a mind I go with you, as ever truant bade the school adieu.
And he exits. Act 4, Scene 5, Chelsea. A room in Thomas More's house. Enter Sir Thomas More, his lady, his daughters, Master Roper, gentlemen, and servants, as in his house at Chelsea.
Good morrow, good son Roper. Sit, good madam, upon a humble seat, the time so craves. Rest your good heart on earth, the roof of graves. You see the floor of greatness is uneven, the cricket and high throne alike near heaven. Now, daughters, you that like to branches spread and give best shadow to a private house, be comforted, my girls. Your hopes stand fair. Virtue breeds gentry. She makes the best heir.
Good morrow to your honor.
Nay, good night, rather. Your honours crest fain with your happy father.
Oh, what formality, what square observance lives in a little room! Here public care gags not the eyes of slumber. Here fierce riot ruffles not proudly in a coat of trust, whilst, like a pawn at chess, he keeps in rank with kings and mighty fellows. Yet indeed those men that stand on tiptoe smile to see him pawn his fortunes.
True, son. Nor does the wanton tongue here screw itself into the ear, that like a vice drinks up the iron instrument.
We are here at peace.
Then peace, good wife.
For keeping still and compass, a strange point in time's new navigation, we have sailed beyond our course.
Have done.
Interesting.
We are exiled the court.
Still thou harpest on that. 'Tis sin for to deserve that banishment, but he that ne'er knew court's sweet content.
Oh, but dear husband,
I will not hear thee, wife. The winding labyrinth of thy strange discourse will ne'er have end. Sit still, and my good wife, entreat thy tongue be still, or credit me, thou shalt not understand a word we speak. We'll talk in Latin. Humida valis varos patitur fulminis ictus. More rest enjoys the subject meanly bred than he that bears the kingdom in his head. Great men are still musicians, else the world lies, they learn slow strains after the notes that rise.
Good sir, be still yourself, and but remember how in this general court of short-lived pleasure, the world, creation is the ample food that is digested in the maw of time. If man himself be subject to such ruin, how shall his garment then, or the loose points that tie respect unto this awful place, avoid destruction? Most honored father-in-law, the blood you have bequeathed these several hearts to nourish your posterity stands firm, and, as with joy you led us first to rise, so with like hearts we'll lock preferment's eyes.
Close them not then with tears. for that ostent gives a wet signal of your discontent. If you will share my fortunes, comfort then. 100 smiles for one sigh. What? We are men. Resign wet passion to these weaker eyes, which proves their sex, but grants it ne'er more wise. Let's now survey our state. Here sits my wife and dear esteemed issue. Yonder stand my loving servants. Now the difference twixt those and these. Now you shall hear my speak like Moore in melancholy. I conceive that nature hath sundry metals, out of which she frames us mortals, each in valuation outprizing the other. Of the finest stuff, the finest features come. The rest of earth receive base fortune even before their birth. Hence slaves have their creation. And I think nature provides content for the base mind. Under the whip, the burden, and the toil, their low-wrought bodies drudge in patience. As for the prince in all his sweet-gorged maw, and his rank flesh that sinfully renews the noon's excess and the night's dangerous surfeits, what means or misery from our birth doth flow, nature entitles to us, that we owe, but we, being subject to the rack of hate, falling from happy life to bondage state, having seen better days, now know the lack of glory that once reared each high-fed back. But you, that in your age did ne'er view better, challenge not fortune for your thriftless debtor.
Sir, we have seen far better days than these.
I was the patron of those days, and know those were but painted days, only for show. And then grieve not you to fall with him that gave them. Generosi servis gloriosa mori. Dear Goff, thou art my learned secretary. You, Master Catesby, steward of my house, the rest like you have had fair time to grow in sunshine of my fortunes. I must tell ye, corruption is fled hence with each man's office. Bribes that make open traffic twixt the soul and netherland of hell deliver up their guilty homage to the second lords. Then, living thus untainted, you are well. Truth is
Enter
no
a servant.
pilot for the land of hell.
Enter a servant. My lord, there are new lighted at the gate the Earls of Surrey and of Shrewsbury, and they expect you in the inner court.
Entreat their lordships call into the hall.
Oh God, what news with them?
Why, how now, wife? They are but to come visit their old friend.
Oh God, I fear, I fear.
What shouldst thou fear, fond woman? Justum si fractus illibator orbis impavidum ferint ruinae. Here let me live estranged from great men's looks. They are like golden flies on leaden hooks.
Enter the Earls of Shrewsbury and Surrey, Downes with his mace and attendants. Surrey?
Well, there's a line. Shrewsbury has a line.
Oh, good morrow, sir, good Sir Thomas.
Good day, good madam.
Welcome, my good lords. What ails your lordships look so melancholy? Oh, I know. You live in court, and the court diet is only friend to physic.
Oh, Sir Thomas, our words are now the king's, and our sad looks the interest of your love. We are sent to you from our mild sovereign once more to demand if you'll subscribe unto those articles he sent you the other day. Be well advised. For on mine honor, Lord grave Dr. Fisher, Bishop of Rochester, at the self same instant attached with you, is sent unto the Tower for the like obstinacy. His Majesty hath only sent you prisoner to your house, but if you now refuse for to subscribe, a stricter course will follow.
Oh, dear husband.
The daughters kneel and weep.
Father!
See, my lords, this partner and these subjects to my flesh prove rebels to my conscience. My good lords, If I refuse, must I unto the tower?
You must, my lord. Here is an officer ready for to arrest you of high treason.
Oh, God, oh, God!
God.
Be patient, good madam.
Ay, Downs, is't thou? I once did save thy life, when else by cruel riotous assault thou hast been torn to pieces. Thou reserved me my summoner to yon spiritual court. Give me thy hand. Good fellow, smooth thy face. The diet that thou drinkest is spiced with mace, and I could ne'er abide it. 'Twill not digest, 'twill lie too heavily, man, on my weak breast.
Be brief, my lord, for we are limited unto an hour.
Unto an hour. 'Tis well, the bell soon shall toll my knell.
Dear loving husband, if you respect not me, yet think upon your daughters.
Wife, stand up. I have bethought me, and now I'll satisfy the king's good pleasure.
Oh, happy alteration.
Come then, subscribe, my lord.
I am right glad of this your fair conversion.
Oh, pardon me. I will subscribe to go unto the tower with all submissive willingness, and thereto add my bones to strengthen the foundation of Julius Caesar's palace. Now, my lord, I'll satisfy the king even with my blood. Now will I wrong your patience. Friend, do thine office.
Sir Thomas More, Lord Chancellor of England, I arrest you in the king's name of high treason.
Gramercy's friend. To a great prison to discharge the strife commenced twixt conscience and my frailer life. More now must march. Chelsea, adieu, adieu. Strange farewell. Thou shalt ne'er more see more true, for I shall ne'er see thee more. Servants, farewell. Wife, mar not thine indifferent face, be wise. More's widow's husband, he must make thee rise. Daughters, what's here? What's here? Mine eye almost parted with a tear. Dear son, possess my virtue that I never gave. Grave Moore thus lightly walks to a quick grave.
Core lewis locantur, in gentis stupent.
You that way in. Mind you my course and prayer. By water I to prison, to heaven through air.
And they exit. Act 5, Scene 1. The Tower Gate. Enter the warders of the tower with halberds. Oh, make a guard there.
Master Lieutenant gives a straight command. The people be avoided from the bridge.
From whence is he committed? Who can tell? From Durham House, I hear.
The guard were waiting there an hour ago.
If he stay long, he'll not get near the wharf. There's such a crowd of boats upon the Thames.
Well, be it spoken without offence to any, a wiser or more virtuous gentleman was never bred in England.
I think the poor will bury him in tears. I never heard a man since I was born so generally bewailed of every one. The poor woman enters. What means this woman? Whither dost thou press? The woman will be trod to death anon.
What makest thou here?
To speak with that good man, Sir Thomas More.
To speak with him. He's not Lord Chancellor.
The more's the pity, sir, if it please God.
Therefore, if thou hast a petition to deliver, thou mayest keep it now, for anything I know.
I am a poor woman, and have had, God knows, a suit this 2 year in the chancery, and he hath all the evidence I have, which should I lose, I am utterly undone.
Faith, and I fear thou wilt hardly come by him now. I am sorry for thee, even with all my heart.
Enter the lords with Sir Thomas More and attendants, and enter lieutenant and gentleman porter.
Woman, stand back. You must avoid this place. The lords must pass this way into the tower.
I thank your lordships for your pains thus far to my strong house.
Now, good Sir Thomas More, for Christ's dear sake, deliver me my writings back again that do concern my title.
What, my old client, art thou got hither too? Poor silly wretch, must confess indeed I had such writings as concern they near. but the king has taken the matter into his own hand. He has all I had. Then, woman, sue to him. I cannot help thee. Thou must bear with me.
Ah, gentle heart, my soul for thee is sad. Farewell, the best friend that the poor e'er had.
Before you enter through the tower gate, your upper garment, sir, belongs to me.
Sir, you shall have it. There it is.
Gives him a cap.
The utmost on your back, sir. You mistake me.
Sir, now I understand you very well, but that you name my back, sure else my cap had been the uppermost.
He gives him, farewell, kind lord. God send us merry meeting.
Amen, my lord. Sorry.
Pity, sorry.
Farewell, dear friend. I hope your safe return.
My lord and my dear fellow in the muses, farewell. Farewell, most noble poet.
Adieu, most honoured lords. And the lords exit.
Fair prison, welcome. Yet methinks for thy fair building 'tis too foul a name. Many a guilty soul and many an innocent have breathed their farewell to thy hollow rooms. I oft have entered into thee this way, yet I thank God ne'er with a clear conscience than at this hour. This is my comfort yet, how hard sore my lodging proved, the cry of the poor suitor, fatherless orphan, or distressed widow, shall not disturb me in my quiet sleep. On then, in God's name, to our close abode. God is as strong here as he is abroad.
And they exit. Act 5, Scene 2. It's Thomas More's house. Enter the butler, porter, and the horsekeeper from different doors.
Robin Brewer, how now, man? What cheer? What cheer?
Faith, Ned Butler, sick of thy disease. And these are other fellows here, Rafe Horsekeeper and Giles Porter, sad, sad. They say my lord goes to his trial today.
Do it, man! Why, he is now at it. God send him well to speed.
Amen. Amen. Even as I wish to mine own soul, so speed it with my honourable lord and master, Sir Thomas More.
I cannot tell. I have nothing to do with matters above my capacity. But as God judge me, if I might speak my mind, I think there lives not a more harmless gentleman in the universal world.
Nor a wiser, nor a merrier, nor an honester. Go to, I'll put that upon mine own knowledge.
Nay, and you bate him his due of his housekeeping. Hang you all. You have many Lord Chancellors comes in debt at the year's end, and for very housekeeping.
Well, he was too good a lord for us, and therefore I fear God himself will take him. But I'll be hanged if ever I have such another service.
Soft, man, we are not discharged yet. My lord may come home again and all will be well.
I much mistrust it. When they go to raining once, there's ever foul weather for a great while after. Oh, but so soft, here comes Master Guff and Master Catesby. Now we shall hear more. And
Before God,
paper.
Before God, they are very sad. I doubt my lord is condemned.
Lord bless his soul, and a fig then for all worldly condemnation. Well said, Giles Porter, I commend thee for it. 'Twas spoken like a well-affected servant of him that was a kind lord to us all.
Which now no more he shall be, for, dear fellows, now we are masterless, though he may live so long as please the king. But law hath made him a dead man to the world, and given the axe his head, but his sweet soul to live among the saints.
Let us entreat ye to go call together the rest of your sad fellows. By the rule ye are just 70, and tell them what we hear. A virtuous honourable lord hath done, even for the meanest follower that he had. This writing found my lady in his study, this instant morning, wherein is set down each servant's name according to his place and office in the house. On every man he frankly hath bestowed 20 nobles, the best and worst together, all alike, which Master Catesby here forth will pay you.
Take it as it is meant, a kind remembrance of a fair kinder lord, with whose sad fall he gives up house, and farewell to us all. Thus the fair spreading oak falls not alone, but all the neighbor plants and under trees are crushed down with his weight. No more of this. Come and receive your due, and after go fellow like hence, co-partners of one woe.
And they exit. Act 5, Scene 3. The Tower of London. Enter Sir Thomas More, the lieutenant, and a servant attending, as in his chamber in the tower.
Master Lieutenant, is the warrant come? If it be so, in God's name, let us know it.
My lord, it is.
Is welcome, sir, to me with all my heart. His blessed will be done.
Your wisdom, sir, hath been so well approved, and your fair patience in imprisonment hath ever shown such constancy of mind and Christian resolution in all troubles, as warrant us you are not unprepared.
Oh, Master Lieutenant, I thank my God I have peace of conscience, though the world and I are at little odds. But will be even now, I hope, ere long. When is the execution of your warrant?
Tomorrow morning.
So, sir, I thank ye. I've not lived so ill, I fear to die. Master Lieutenant, I have a sore fit of the stone tonight, but the king hath sent me such a rare receipt, I thank him, as I shall not need to fear it much.
In life and death still merry, Sir Thomas More.
Zero fellow, fetch me the urinal. Let me see, there's gravel in the water, yet I see no grave danger in that. The man were likely to live long enough, so please the king. Here, fellow, take it.
Shall I go with it to the doctor, sir?
Save thy labor, will cost it a moment fee. Thou shalt see me take a dram tomorrow morning, shall cure the stone, I warrant, doubt it not. Master Lieutenant, what news of my lord of Rochester?
Yesterday morning was he put to death.
Peace of soul sleep with him. He was a learned and a reverend prelate, and a rich man, believe me.
If he were rich, what is Sir Thomas More, that all this while hath been Lord Chancellor?
Say you so, Master Lieutenant? What do you think a man that with my time had held my place might purchase?
Perhaps, my lord, £2,000 a year.
Master Lieutenant, I protest to you, I never had the means in all my life to purchase one poor £100 a year. I think I am the poorest chancellor that ever was in England, though I wish for credit of the place that my estate were better.
'Tis very strange.
It will be found as true. I think, sir, that with most part of my coin I have purchased as strange commodities as ever you had heard tell of in your life.
Commodities, my lord. Might I, without offence, inquire of them?
Crouches, Master Lieutenant, and bear cloaks, for halting soldiers and poor needy scholars have had my gettings in the chancery. To think but what a cheat the crown shall have by my attainder. I prithee, if thou beest a gentleman, get but a copy of my inventory. That part of poet that was given me made me a very unthrift. For this is the disease attends us all. Poets were never thrifty, and never shall.
Enter Lady Moore in mourning, with her daughters and Master Roper.
Oh, noble More, my lord, your wife, your son-in-law, and daughters.
Son Roper, welcome. Welcome, wife and girls. Why do you weep? Because I live at ease? Do you not see when I was chancellor, I was so clogged with suitors every hour I could not sleep, nor dine, nor sup in quiet? Here's none of this. Here I can sit and talk with my honest keeper half a day together, laugh and be merry. Oh, why then should you weep?
These tears, my lord, for this your long restraint, hope had dried up, with comfort that we yet, although imprisoned, might have had your life.
To live in prison? What a life were that! The king, I thank him, loves me more than so. Tomorrow I shall be at liberty to go even whether I can, after I have dispatched my business.
Husband, submit yourself. Have care of your poor wife and children.
Wife, so I have, and I do leave you all to his protection hath the power to keep you safer than I can, the father of the widow and the orphans.
Oh, the world, my lord, hath ever held you wise, and it shall be no distaste unto your wisdom to yield to the opinion of the state.
I have deceived myself, I must acknowledge. And as you say, son Roper, to confess the same, it will be no disparagement at all.
His Highness shall be certified thereof immediately.
And she offers to leave.
Nay, hear me, wife. First let me tell you how. I thought to have had a barber for my beard. Now I remember that where labor lost, the headsman now shall cut off head and all. Roper's wife.
She's departed.
Kitty, can you take Roper's wife?
Father, His Majesty, upon your meek submission, you'll yet, they say, receive you to his grace in as great credit as you were before.
Has appointed me to do a little business. If that were past my girl, then thou shalt see what I would say to him about that matter. But I shall be so busy until then, I shall not tend it.
Well, my dear father.
Dear lord and husband,
Be comforted, good wife, to live and love my children. For with thee leave I give all my care of them. Son Roper, for my sake that have loved thee well, and for her virtue's sake cherish my child. Girl, be not proud, but of thy father's love. Ever return thy virtuous modesty. That modesty is such a comely garment as it is never out of fashion, sits as fair upon the meaner woman as the empress. No stuff that gold can buy is half so rich, nor ornament that so becomes a woman. Live all and love together, and thereby you give your father a rich obsequy.
Your blessings, dear father.
I must be gone. God bless you. To talk with God, who now doth call.
I, my dear husband.
Sweet wife, good night. Good night. God send us all his everlasting light.
I think before this hour, more heavy hearts ne'er parted in the tower.
And they exit. Act 5, Scene 4, Tower Hill. Enter the sheriffs of London and their officers at one door, and the warders with their halbards at another.
Officers, what time of day is it?
Almost 8 o'clock.
We must make haste then, lest we stay too long. Good morrow, Master Shreves of London. Master Lieutenant, wills you repair to the limits of the tower, there to receive your prisoner?
Go back until his worship we're ready.
Go bid the officers make clear the way. There may be passage for the prisoner.
Enter the lieutenant and his guard with Sir Thomas More.
Yet, God be thanked, here's a fair day toward to take our journey in. Master Lieutenant, it was fair walking in the tower leads.
And so it might have liked my sovereign lord. I would to God you might have walked there still.
Sir, we are walking to a better place. Sir, your kind and loving ears are like sweet odors to embalm your friend. Thank your good lady, since I was your guest, she has made me a very wanton in good sooth.
Oh, I had hoped we should not yet have parted.
But I must leave you for a little while. Within an hour or two you may look for me, but there will be so many come to see me that I shall be so proud I will not speak. And sure my memory is grown so ill, I fear I shall forget my head behind me.
God and his blessed angels be about ye. Here, Master Shreves, receive your prisoner.
Good morrow, Master Shreves of London, to you both. I thank you that you will vouchsafe to meet me. I see by this you have not quite forgot that what I was in times past, as you are now, a sheriff of London.
Sir, then you know our duty doth require it.
I know it well, sir, else I would have been glad you might have saved a labor at this time. Oh, Master Sheriff, you and I have been of old acquaintance. You were a patient auditor of mine when I read the divinity lecture at St. Lawrence's.
Sir Thomas More, I have heard you oft, as many other did, to our great comfort.
Pray God you made so now with all my heart. And as I call to mind, when I studied the law in Lincoln's Inn, I was of counsel with ye in a cause.
I was about to say so, good Sir Thomas.
Oh, is this the place? I promise ye it is a goodly scaffold, and in sooth I am come about a headless errand, for I have not much to say now I am here. Well, let's ascend, God's name. In troth, methinks your stair is somewhat weak. I pray thee, honest friend, lend me thy hand to help me up, for as for my coming down, let me alone, I'll look to that myself.
And as he's going up the stairs, the Earls of Surrey and Shrewsbury enter.
My lords of Surrey and Shrewsbury, give me your hands. Yet before we You see, though it pleaseth the king to raise me thus high, yet I am not proud, for the higher I mount, the better I can see my friends about me. I am now on a fair voyage, and this strange wooden horse must bear me thither. Yet I perceive by your looks you like my bargain so ill, there's not one of you all dare enter with me. Truly, here's a most sweet gallery. I like the air of it better than my garden at Chelsea. By your patience, good people, thus I pressed thus into my bedchamber. If you'll not trouble me, I'll take a sound sleep here.
My lord, 'twere good you'd publish to the world your great offence against to his majesty.
My lord, I'll bequeath this legacy to the hangman, and do it instantly. I confess his majesty hath ever been good to me, and my offence to his highness makes me of a state pleader a stage player, though I am old and have a bad voice, to act this last scene of my tragedy. I'll send him for my trespass a reverend head, somewhat bald, for it is not requisite any head shall stand covered in so high majesty. If it content him not, because I think my body will then do me so small pleasure, let him bury it and take it. Sorry.
You're muted, Kitty.
Meeting, Kitty.
Mute.
There you go.
My lord, hold conference with your soul. You see, my lord, the time of life is short.
I see it, my good lord. I dispatched that business the last night. I come hither only to be let blood. My doctor here tells me it is good for the headache.
I beseech thee, my lord, forgive me.
Forgive thee, honest fellow, why?
For your death, my lord.
Ah, my death! I'd rather it were in thy power to forgive me, for thou hast the sharpest action against me. The law, my honest friend, lies in thy hands now. Here's thy fee. And, my good fellow, let my suit be dispatched presently, for 'tis all one pain to die a lingering death, and to live in the continual mill of a lawsuit. But I can tell thee my neck is so short that if thou shouldst behead 100 noblemen like myself, thou wouldst ne'er get credit by it. Therefore, look ye, sir, do it handsomely, or of my word thou shalt never deal with me hereafter.
I'll take an order for that, my lord.
One thing more, take heed thou cuttest off not my beard. Oh, I forget. Execution passed upon that last night, and the body of it lies buried in the tower. Stay, is it not possible to make escape from all this strong guard? It is. There's a thing within me that will raise and elevate my better part of sight of these same weaker eyes. And Master Shreves, for all this troop of steel that tends my death, I shall break from you and fly up to heaven. Let's seek the means for this.
My lord, I pray ye, put off your doublet.
Oh, speak not so coldly to me. To me, I am hoarse already. I would be loath, good fellow, to take more. Point me the block. I never was here before.
To the east side, my lord.
Then to the east we go to sigh, and that o'er to sleep and rest. Here more forsakes all mirth. Good reason why. The fool of flesh must with her frail life die. No, I salute my trunk with a sad tear. Our birth to heaven should be thus void of fear.
And Sir Thomas More exits with the hangman and the guards.
A very learned, worthy gentleman sealed error with his blood. Come, wilt to court. Let's sadly hence to perfect unknown fates, while he tends progress to the state of states.
The end.
That's all she wrote.
That's all she wrote. Yep. Trying to set a record of how few people we can get away with doing a 40 character play.
Yes.
If we're ever going to do the one-man version, Angus, I'm nominating you.
Oh,
But
thanks
Andrew,
to
you've got a
everyone
good
for getting
supply.
here
Thanks
late
for that,
today.
Andrew.
Andrew,
Well,
that pipe is
You have
amazing.
to have the pipe. So I had the pleasure in January of playing Gandalf in The Hobbit.
Oh,
So
wonderful.
Oh, yeah?
that's the hat.
Wow.
Ah, yeah.
Fantastic. How'd you get to do
Oh, that's
that?
great.
It was a kid show. So the kids played most of the dwarves, and there were some grown-ups playing the other parts.
Oh, that's amazing.
So the person playing
Yeah.
Bilbo was unbelievable. He was fantastic. He was like 13 years old.
Oh,
Nice.
But it
fantastic.
was such a pleasure to work with these kids. It was so much fun. But there were other grown-ups as well, like the elves and Thorin and Smaug. and Gollum.
Oh, I wish I'd seen that.
Yeah.
Oh, how
It was so
fun.
much fun.
Where was that, Andrew?
That was down in southern New Jersey in
That's okay.
I can't remember. It was the Spotlight Players. I remember that, but it was in South Jersey.
Okay.
Great.
Oh, fantastic. That's fun. So there's two things that first come to mind. First of all, I wonder if we're missing a scene, or if the playwrights didn't have the guts to show a scene where Moore is having the actual conflict with Henry about the break from Catholicism, or
I think they
maybe
left
that's a
it out on
choice.
purpose
Yeah.
for exactly
To
that
save their
reason.
own
It was
necks.
too politically
Well,
risky.
You have to
And
remember,
probably religiously
it
too.
may have actually been there, but by the time
Yeah.
it got published, somebody thought, I'm going to get my head taken off if I leave this scene in, so that's gone.
Yeah, there were censors that got rid of stuff that we may never see, and
That's right.
no
That's
mention
right.
at all about what's in that paper. I mean, it's
Yeah.
Yeah.
cut, but the play wasn't performed in its time or published.
And this is still in close to living memory of why. I mean, people's grandparents would have known what happened. So maybe another possibility, I suppose, is that they just kind of rely on general knowledge of history. But
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
for a dramatic piece, that
Yeah.
doesn't seem right to me.
I mean, his daughter is the queen, or she's just died. It's kind of unsure whether this was written around the end of Elizabeth's reign or the start of James. But I mean, remember, her dad was King Henry VIII, so people know, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think they placed this as being in the 1590s.
Oh,
So it was
1590.
under Elizabeth. So, but it is kind of interesting that they thought they could get a play about Thomas More approved, but it never got approved. And then
Yeah.
there's the manuscript that was found. I mean, of course, there's Man for All Seasons, where they're much more about the real reason of like
Yeah.
the whole changing
Yeah.
the start of the Anglican Church, and Thomas More being a Catholic who wouldn't go along with it. But yeah, they don't mention that at all in
Right.
this.
So,
What's the
Because
first
Yeah, but the Anglican Church is
performance
just the Anglican Church is just the Catholic Church without a pope. I
no,
mean,
it's
it's still
not.
exactly the
With
same.
the
They
Groucho
made-
mustache.
No,
They
no,
made some
it's not
changes
at all.
to it.
Oh, yes, it is. That's why the Scots rebelled. We said, can you stand bishops and no description? They dangle their incense and they chant and do meaningless long tirades. Oh, but they don't do it in Latin. I suppose that's something.
Yes,
I
well,
was actually-
and the Archbishop of Canterbury is now a woman. You know,
Well,
that,
yes,
I know.
that's right.
Yeah.
What a world we live in.
Wow.
That's amazing.
and the reading of the Bible was a big thing. You know, the Catholic Church did not want people reading the Bible and did not want it translated by any means.
Yeah.
It was heresy to do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they just
They were.
wanted people to keep buying indulgences.
that's
That's
right.
right.
Keep buying those indulgences.
That's
Which
right.
is told. I was lucky when
Well, actually,
in,
they
in
did put
26
that
in 2016, the manuscript paper, the actual piece of paper that the stranger's case is written on in Shakespeare's hand, was lent to the Folger for the 400th anniversary of his birth. So I've actually been able to see that in person.
Cool.
Didn't get to touch it because it was behind glass, but
Yeah.
I've seen it in person. It was
Wow,
really cool.
handy. As
And
they,
that's what's brought Sir Thomas More to the public conscience more, was that you just said in 2016 when they made that display, people started talking more about this play.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a pretty, I mean, it's very, very timely. Again, no surprise, it's Shakespeare, at least
But it's
partially. And it's very timely to us
distressingly
today.
timely.
When's the first known performance of Sir Thomas More?
Probably 19th or 20th century, I
Yeah,
think
well,
from
I mean-
all I've read.
I think the first professional one was in the 60s with Ian McKellen as Sir Thomas More. And he loves doing that speech, Grant Them
Oh,
Removed,
yes.
because it's like just also the same sort of crap we're going through now in terms of blaming the immigrants for everything.
You and us
Yeah.
both.
Some of the phrases could have absolutely come out of our politicians' mouths this week. I mean, it's
Yeah.
really.
Yeah.
Although
stuff.
these guys are not, what's interesting is these foreigners that are here in England in the beginning of the play, these aren't refugees, right? They're elites who are committing terrible crimes with impunity. So, there's those differences. And what's interesting is that never gets resolved in this play. Like, he puts down the rebellion because obviously political violence is wrong, and that's something that is acknowledged in Shakespeare's speech. But nothing is ever resolved for these poor people who are being, these merchants are clearly in the first scene doing horrific things to people.
Yeah.
And so it's strange that that's never resolved at all during the play.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, so many of the immigrants in this country, I mean, we got a huge influx of people originally from India who'd moved to Uganda, still had their British passports. And when Idi Amin took over, oh God, no, it was 70s, 80s, I don't remember now. They all fled and came to this country and did just about anything. That was actually when the staying open late corner stores all started in this country. Prior to that, no Brit would open after 5 o'clock. So if you got home after 5, tough, tiddlywinks.
Oh,
But the Ugandan refugees and immigrants who fled, many of them were bankers, many of them were senior financial people. They came and they just rolled their sleeves up and got things going, did whatever they could to get a job.
Mm.
The other thing that struck me about this is someone's got to have written their PhD on the play within the play, because here we are, yet another play that's got to play within the play. I mean, what
That's right.
I've got to find out. Someone's got to have written on the idea of why were they so obsessed with the players being within a play. And I think my first thought is that the fact that the actors are so close to the audience, you're right there, you're amongst the groundlings, you are interacting with them so closely. I wonder if that kind of let them have leave to kind of lampshade the breaking of the fourth wall. I really wonder. I've got to do some digging and see.
Yeah, I mean, clearly
Yeah.
you see it in Midsummer Night's Dream and so many others, how much fun they have in Hamlet.
Yeah.
Yeah, how much fun they have with talking to the audience.
Or
And-
the Taming of the
interrupt them.
Shrew, or they have that induction at the very beginning. So
Yeah.
it's supposed to,
All
the
of
whole
Shrew is a play within a
main
play.
play is supposed
Yeah.
to be like a play within
Yeah.
Yeah.
play.
I did a workshop with a girl who was doing who'd done her master's at the university. She was American, but she'd done her master's at the University of Sussex, working with the globe. And what she was looking at was how the structure of the globe influenced how you played scenes, because the nobility were all up and the groundlings were all down. So you played it down or you played it up, depending on who you were trying to make your point to.
That's cool. That's great.
You
I
that
love
pointed
that.
out to me recently that if you're talking down to someone, you're actually talking down to the groundlings. You're
Yeah.
speaking more. Yeah, I think it may have
Okay.
been you that brought that up recently.
And when they opened the new globe, that was one of the issues, is some of the actors were surprised that people would talk to them from the audience.
Yeah,
Well, you're in the globe now, so get used to it.
that's
Yep,
right.
strap in. Let's go.
Oh, I saw one show at the Globe where at one point the cast came off and started wandering through the audience.
That's great.
They
I
didn't
have to run, everyone.
They didn't have the two ramps coming in.
Thanks so
Bye,
much.
Andrew.
That was so much fun, guys. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Be sure to bring
Very
my
fun.
pipe to future readings.
yes, you should.
Absolutely. Because it
Yes.
turns into a
Yeah.
schedule very quickly.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go.
Yeah, I have some.
All right.
Okay,
Take
Kitty.
care, Kitty.
Thank you.
I
All right.
also am going now, so.
All right, I will end the live stream now. So thank
Right.
you all.
Okay.
Thank you all. This was a lot of fun. Learned a lot, as
Yes.
I
It
always do with
was,
all of you.
yes.
Yes, and next Thursday evening, we're having our open forum, and our sort of focus is going to be Shakespeare and history, to sort of look at the many plays that he has that are based on history, the history plays, and obviously some of the tragedies as well, and some of the things like for this and Edmund Ironside, where there was history that wasn't approved to be shown at the time. So if anybody wants to join for that. And next Saturday, we have our in-person reading of Much Ado About Nothing at the Bloomingdale